We have a full house here at what used to be known as the Swift Health Center, now the Dacotah Bank Center. Yeah, it's a good matchup here after 3 quarters. Susan leads 50-46 over Sioux Falls Christian. Just a great game so far for these two teams. And welcome back to Vermillion Tanager basketball. Again, we are here for the championship game for Class A basketball, as the Vermillion Tanagers will be doing battle against the T Area Titans. Right now, we are in the middle of a game between the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers and the Sisseton Redmen. But as always, one of the biggest things when it comes to the South Dakota basketball tournaments are the Spirit of Six Award and the SuAnne Big Crow, the Spirit of Sioux Award in honor of SuAnne Big Crow. I had a chance to sit down last year with Becky Flynn Jensen, who was at the Miss Basketball Award ceremony the night SuAnne Big Crow perished in a car accident. And so SuAnne Big Crow played at Pine Ridge. She played all 4 years, led him to a state championship. And so Becky Flynn Jensen sat down with me and gave me her thoughts on SuAnne Big Crow. And so I thought it'd be a good time to bring that up again, as we will be seeing a new crown or passing of the quilt, the SuAnne Big Crow quilt, at each of the classes this year, A, B, and AA. So here's that interview with Becky Flynn Jensen. Schumacher, we are here remembering SuAnne Big Crow, and I have on the phone with me Becky Flynn Jensen. Becky, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks, Michael. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Weather's doing okay for us finally, and so it feels like sun's out where there's a different positivity in the air when it's like that.
I agree. Even everyone here on campus here at USD is walking around with no coats today, feeling like.
Oh, exactly. It's a different atmosphere, and so We'll always take it. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to talk with me today. You know, as we were talking before, we have the documentary Big Crow coming to the Coyote Twin, and that's what spurred my decision to want to discuss this. But the more I thought about it, I've always been in awe of the Spirit of Sioux Award, and my concern has always been that we appreciate the award. Everyone really seems to love it, but I feel that there's a wide portion of the population that don't understand necessarily the meaning behind it or the spirit of the individual that inspired it. And that's just kind of, why how that loss was so powerful to so many. And that's just kind of what I was hoping to get to today.
Okay. I would love to talk about SuAnne.
All right. Well, you were up here. You both graduated. You were both in that Miss Basketball Award competition that year. Had you ever played against her?
Yes, actually. So it would have been our senior years, which would have been 1991. We graduated in 92, but back then girls basketball was played in the fall. So our state tournaments actually happened before Christmas. But they actually came to Wakanda that year, and we played them, and they eventually went on to win the State A championship the same year that we won the State B championship. So I got to see her play there. I also, had some encounters with her through basketball camps over the years growing up, and so kind of got to know her a little bit through that as well.
And, just kind of knowing her on that level, what kind of person was SuAnne Big Crow?
And I don't know. I can't attest to, that I know her really well, but she was a funny, kind of a dry humor, not real, I don't know. I've been accused of being obnoxious at times, Michael, and she certainly wasn't that. So she was a little more subdued, but just, I think, a great friend to many. And didn't realize exactly, how close so many people felt to her until it was the day of the Miss Basketball banquet, and which turned from a celebration to a funeral extremely, very quickly. And so I will not forget that day. We were up in Huron, which is where the Miss Basketball banquet was held. Dick Hansen was kind of the guy that was in charge of the Miss Basketball banquet. He has since passed away, but he did so much for girls basketball in our state. I have to give him a shout out. And he was the one that was kind of running the banquet that day. And I just remember we were sitting around waiting for it to start. And, I think it was like a 2 o'clock start, say, and it just kind of came and went. And we just kept waiting because we were waiting for SuAnne to get there. And she had the furthest to drive. And I just remember he just came in and he just looked like he had been crying. And he just stood up in front of all of us and just said, I have some tragic news. SuAnne Big Crow died on the way here, and she's not going to make it to the banquet. And everyone in the whole room just went completely silent. I still have goosebumps thinking about it now. And from there, instead of getting up and giving kind of our presentations about what girls basketball meant to us and, our careers or our seasons, it just kind of turned into what SuAnne kind of meant to us and our memories that we had of her. And everyone had a memory. And obviously since then, and you see like the Spirit of Sue Award that has gone on in her memory and her name, you see that she wasn't just this funny, good basketball player. She was a huge ambassador for her school and her community. And so it's really great to see her recognized, every year at the state tournament, but also through this movie that they're doing about her life.
Well, and I think that is absolutely right. You said you got goosebumps. I did. I had a little chill go down my spine. And I think the circumstances with her passing, the untapped or the unmet potential, she had so much going for her. Having spoken with her coach, Coach Zamiga, she was going to be going to some camps. There was actually a camp out in New York, and she was finally getting some offers from colleges. And there's just all of that, what could have been, as somebody from that same graduating class, you were able to go on and have a great career down at Creighton and just have been around the game. And, you think about it now that would be having kids coming through the school system. And, I think the fact that she's been having this legacy still, 31 years after her passing, I think does speak to the powerful effect that she had on people.
Well, I think so too. And I just think, she was just so great for the reservation and her community. And I wasn't even aware of all the community service and things that she did. I knew that she was a smart individual, that she had good grades and things like that, but it sounds like she just was so much more than that. And I just really love that her life is being reflected through this show or this movie. I'm excited to see it. And just like I said, just every year at the state tournament, that people, for at least a moment, remember what that she lived, and that she had this big life in just a short period of time.
And that she did. And you said it well, at least annually she is remembered. People are reminded of her, and nobody's truly forgotten as long as their names are spoken. And so I think the Spirit of Sue Award allows us to remember her. And I'll be honest, I think what you just said today will help with that. And I don't know that there's much to add to that. So I want to thank you so much for just taking the time, because I think that story at the banquet itself was the final piece that just needed to be told. How that affected people that knew her just on the basketball court, but you're all of the same age, and how it affected you.
Oh, for sure. Anyone that was there that day will not forget it. They will not forget that memory, and you can't look back and think about the Miss Basketball Award or the banquet without thinking of SuAnne. So, yeah, like I said, it was a more bitter than sweet, but what should have been like a celebration was just not. And, you know, the things that it just kind of put things in perspective, I guess, so to speak, that there are bigger things out there than basketball, you know, and winning and losing games. And so I think that that helped kind of bring light to some of that, too. But I also want to just thank you for bringing light to her, you know, her story, but also just everything you've done for girls basketball, Michael. And I feel like in a short period of time, I don't know, but I know you've been great for Tanager basketball, but I think just in girls basketball in general, how much enthusiasm you were bringing, it just makes me so happy. So thank you.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate hearing that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I know you have some things that you need to do, that you have a ball game to get to, so I will let you go, but I can't tell you how much I appreciated talking with you, and I look forward to talking with you in the future.
That sounds great. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
You have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was Becky Flynn Jensen joining me today, remembering the life of SuAnne Big Crow, and we hope you enjoyed that memory. Thank you so much. From ESPN Radio, 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK, I'm Michael Schumacher.
Safe means you're sort of protecting yourself. My mom and dad told me how to be safe. It's like super duper important. Hold a grown-up's hands. Put a helmet on because you might hurt your head super duper bad.
Protect their future by protecting yours with your local State Farm agent, Dick Sunday. Best Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete, and with the 6-wheel drive and low-range transfer case, they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is teaming up with Clark's Rentals in Yankton, bringing you a wide range of hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more to get the job done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment for all your concrete needs, and Clark's Rentals, your rental equipment headquarters.
Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Need a new set of tires? Look to Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford. How about some accessories like WeatherTech floor mats, Access roll-up truck covers, bed liners, remote car starters, and thousands of other products. Hey, you can look at everything at your convenience online too at carlsonsbodyshop.com. No wonder the song says,
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. From Brookings at the Dacotah Bank Center, I'm Michael Schumacher, alongside Jen Ashley, as we are watching the final 3 minutes, 2 minutes and 40 seconds, of the third place game between the Sisseton Redmen and the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. Sisseton leads right now 59-50. Their size is starting to be an advantage. They've really been able to not allow Sioux Falls Christian to get second chances. The Loninger sisters, Chloe and Krista, getting rebounds right now. Krista Loninger has 23 points and 9 rebounds. Chloe has 4 points only, but 7 rebounds. Hannah Leverson, who I found out has signed to play at Minnesota State in Mankato, has 16 points with 3 rebounds. She's at the line right now. She now has 17 points, makes that a 61-50 lead for Sisseton with 2:29 to go. Well, we are getting ready to bring you the Tanagers, the Vermillion Tanager Girls, as they look to clinch a state championship against the T-Area Titans. T-Area, this is their first time at the state tournament. And this would be their first state championship. So we're going to take a look at how these two teams got here. First, if you look at the T-Area Titans on the season, they went 19-4, defeating Dacotah Valley, Tri-Valley, Del Rapids, Brookings, Brandon Valley, Rapid City Christian, then Vermillion and West Central. They then fell to Sioux Falls Jefferson 52-47. Came back to defeat Watertown 50-32. Lost to this Sioux Falls Christian team 82-73. Defeated Madison 69-18. Then fell to O'Gorman 53-45. O'Gorman will be playing in the championship game for AA later today. In about 15-20 minutes. I haven't checked to see the progress of that game. As Maya Van Dong is at the line. I think that's 21 up there. Nope, it's 20. Maya Van Dong, we're not quite sure why she has not played. She's one player of size for the Christian Chargers, and they really could use 6'1" player out there right now. For T, again, back to following that loss to O'Gorman. Following that loss to O'Gorman, they then went on a streak of defeating Canton, Parkston, and Harrisburg. Fell to Lennox 54-50, and then defeated Aberdeen Central, Yankton, and EPJ. They then defeated Beersford and EPJ in regions, and Mobridge Pollock in the SODAC 16. They're coached by Adam Shorsman, who just started following ESPN on Twitter. So thank you, Coach Shorsman. We appreciate the follow. We figure T is in our area as well, and we love covering everybody. We are Tanagers, obviously, but we love covering all the sports. I do have a show called At the Mic that I'd love to start talking more high school sports with everybody. And Coach Shorsman followed us for that. Assistant coaches for T area, Scott Bindi, Sarah Van Laken, and Bethany Vandegried. Managers Addison Camps, cheer coach Katie Peterson, superintendent at T is Dr. Jennifer Lowry, principal Colin Knutson, and athletic director Craig Clayberg. So right now, a minute 40 to go. Sisseton with a 12-point lead with Chloe Loninger at the line to shoot her second free throw, and that is off the back iron. But Krista Loninger with the rebound and the putback makes it 64-50. At this point, you just don't see a comeback in the works for Christian. They have to be hitting threes. It's a 5-possession game in a minute 26, and there's a three-point attempt, but that's going to be hard off the back iron. And there's the rebound to Sisseton. So I believe we will have our third-place team will be Sisseton, and our fourth-place team will be Sioux Falls Christian. Obviously, two teams that Vermillion has defeated on the way to this championship game. Sioux Falls Christian during the regular season, obviously, in Sioux Falls. And Sisseton last night here in Brookings. So 57.9 seconds to go, 16 seconds on the 16-point lead for Sisseton. And so that is the they're going to take out some of the players for Sioux Falls Christian and for Sisseton, it looks like. And here's a 30-second timeout, so we're just going to keep it here. Let's take a look at how Vermillion got here. It's been an interesting season for Vermillion. Coming off last year's heartbreaking double overtime loss to T at home in the region championship. They came into this season with some high hopes, high expectations, but they knew they had lost a good size player in Leah Herbster, and so did not know how they were going to replace that. Well, two big things happened. First, three big things happened. First, Julisse Shaw was transferring to Vermillion. She was an all-state player at Todd County last year. And then Julisse Shaw on her last open gym tore her ACL. So we get an all-state player, then we lose an all-state player. And then Casey Hansen tore her ACL, I believe in May, and her timeline was potentially March for coming back. And so coming into this season, it really was looking to be a season of what could have been. you really only were playing one bench player. Maya Halverson was getting some time, but not a lot. Kaylee Barter was the primary bench player. That layup by Krista Loniger makes it 68-52 with 22 seconds to go. And so, you know, you just didn't know. But they kept playing, and they kept playing very well. And how they got here. Canton. They beat Canton. They beat West Central. They beat Ponca. They then went to the Sanford Coyote Sports Center and fell to the Crofton Lady Warriors. Crofton went undefeated during the regular season and the postseason until the championship game. They fell in the championship game to UTAN. They fell in the championship game to UTAN in Lincoln in C2 just last weekend. So their only loss on the season ended up being that championship game loss. So that was Vermillion's first loss. They then came back and defeated Tri-Valley 61-27. They then fell to this T area team that they'll be facing tonight 51-42, a 9-point loss. After that, they ended up defeating Parkston. They beat EPJ. They beat Mount Vernon Plankinton at the Corn Palace in a rescheduled game from the Hanson Classic that got rescheduled, postponed or canceled due to weather. And then after that Mount Vernon Plankinton, the next night in Irene, they had a game against Florence Henry. Now, Florence Henry, really one of the top 10 Class A teams this season. And that was a very significant turning point for this Tanager Girls team. That was the first night that Casey Hansen made an appearance. Now, she made an appearance in warm-ups only. Warming up, she was wearing a big knee brace that you'll see tonight. She still has that big full-length knee brace with a sleeve underneath, I believe, because it was irritating. But she did not make an appearance that night. And Vermillion fell to Florence Henry by a score of 45-31. They did not play well. They will tell you that. And I'm not making excuses for them, but they looked tired. You can often tell how tired a team may or may not be based on free throws. And their free throws that night were constantly short. And again, they had a 6-person rotation. You play a team like Mount Vernon Plankinton and you're running in 6 players, you're going to get exhausted. Reagan Russ, Emily Fox, they're going to run you to death. But that was really the turning point of the season for the Tanagers, because after that, they came back. They beat Del Rapids 44-12. They beat Millbank 56-29. They beat Beersford 67-31. Because in that Del Rapids game, that is when Casey Hansen made her first appearance, and she has steadily been building up her minutes since then. And so we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But after Beersford, they defeated Sioux Falls Christian at Sioux Falls Christian by 4. They beat Aberdeen Roncalli 75-41 at the DAC-12 NEC Clash, and that was a big-time win at that time. And then they defeated Madison 71-42. They beat Dacotah Valley 69-56 at Dacotah Valley. They beat Lennox 51-40. They then suffered their only loss since that Florence Henry game. They fell to Wagner in Wagner 57-54. And that's a game where I know they could have, they know they left some meat on the bone there. They know that was a winnable game. But that's a loss that I think you'll accept because it's in the postseason, not the regular season. Not the regular season. And so then they came back and defeated Parker in the final game of the season. Then in the regions, they turned around and beat Parker again. And then they defeated Lennox in a close game, 47-42. And then at SODAC 16, they came out and beat Winter in Menno 60-30. So this Tanager team then here at State, they defeated Makpialuta, a great Makpialuta team who had been undefeated up until that point. Then last night they defeated this Sisseton team, a great Sisseton team. Both teams took them all the way to the breaking point, but Vermillion was able to come through. And so they came into this 19-4. They're now 21-4. And as I said, T area also came in at 19-4. They are also 21-4 now. Vermillion is coached by John Brooks. Assistant coaches Doug Hansen, Kerry Jensen, and Kelly Knutson. Managers are Kristen Moser, Annika Barnett, Tessa Peterson, and Britton Brooks. Cheer coach, Linda Alvey. Superintendent, Dr. Damon Alvey. Principal, John Fry, and Athletic Director, Jason Huska. So they are giving out the medals and stuff here. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with more of our pregame show brought to you by First Dakota National Bank as the Tanagers look to win their first championship since 2007. I believe I'm going to double check, but we'll be back after these messages.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student looking to rent an apartment, Dacotah Realty and Property Management can fit your needs. Being locally owned and with over 150 years of combined experience, they are the experts at helping you find your new home. Go to Dacotah Realty and Property Management because they like what they do. Dacotah Realty is a proud supporter of Vermillion Athletics. Dacotah Realty and Property Management, located at 125 East Cherry Street, Vermillion. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student.
The first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Interior technicians.
I'm ready for my big role, Jerry.
What do you mean?
You said I'd be in your next 30 commercials.
No. I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning experience. You know, like offices, so they can ensure happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
So the shoot's in an office? I can make that work.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion, they strive to provide the highest quality patient-centered dental care in a friendly, relaxing atmosphere. Knutson Family Dentistry works hard to provide the best cosmetic, general, and emergency dental treatment in the area. With over 50 years of combined dental experience, the latest dental technology, and a professional and compassionate staff, they're your top choice for dental care. Call for an appointment at 605-857-8008. Knutson Family Dentistry of Vermillion.
Eliminate the wait when your furnace and AC needs repair by joining Larry's Heating and Cooling, Comfort Care, and Elite Care Club. Larry's Comfort Care Club features seasonal maintenance discounts on service and no overtime charges. Larry's Elite Club includes seasonal maintenance, free parts, free labor, free service calls, and both mean you are in front of the line for service. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling and sign up for the Comfort Care or Elite Care Club. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermillion.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley. They're giving out the medals to Sisseton for the third place win, as Sioux Falls Christian finished in 4th. And again, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get the emotions of these final games, because they're going to be seniors who, this is it. This is the final game, maybe ever, playing basketball, especially basketball in a uniform for this team, but maybe in a uniform for any team. And so there's a lot of emotion that goes along with that. Again, we have an interview coming up with Coach John Brooks, Well, let's just take a look at these two lineups for Vermillion and T area. We're very familiar with Vermillion, so we'll start with T area. They're led, of course, by Katie Vasika, number 23. She's a 6'1" senior guard. She is signed to go to play at South Dakota State University next season. Another player star here at Class A, Emily Fox, also signed to go to the SDSU. So, but I know that is no reason to dislike them. Okay, that's all I'm saying. USD fans, settle down. They're staying in state at least. Now, Katie Vasika is one of the better players in this state. She hasn't had the best of tournaments, but she's also the prime focus of every defense that you're going to see out there. So it's kind of hard to judge. She's a great player. She can create, she can defend. She's long, lean. Will probably need to put on a little bit of weight to play at the mid-major level at SDSU. But, that's what college programs are for. They will do that for her. But that is not to say the T area is Katie Vasika and Katie Vasika only. They are also led by Mara Grant, a 5'11" senior forward who is signed to play on at Dordt College, part of the GPAC down there. She's a solid player, as well as Maya Weber, 5'4" senior guard, Hayden West, a 5'5" senior guard, JC Babb, 5'3" sophomore guard, Ellie Clayberg, a 5'6" sophomore guard. So what you're going to see last night from T area, I think I have that here, just their final numbers. They really played 6 primary players. So Katie Vasika played 31 minutes and 32 seconds. Ellie Clayberg played 31 minutes and 39 seconds. Hayden West played all 32 minutes. Mara Grant played 21:42. Maya Weber played 10:15, and JC Babb played 20:31. They were also joined by Anna Bindi and Reese Hammerquist. Last night, Katie Vasika led the way with 16 points and 4 rebounds. Mara Grant with 12 points and 8 rebounds. 9 points by Hayden West, 7 by Ellie Clayberg, 3 by JC Babb. So they are a well-rounded team. They've had Vermillion's number the last 2 times they played. Double overtime in Vermillion for the region championship last year, and then 9-point victory earlier this season in Vermillion. So let's hope maybe a neutral court changes things a little bit for the outcome of the Vermillion T game. And so we're going to see Mara Grant. Katie Vasika might be a little bit taller, but Mara Grant is really the inside presence for this T area team. After that, there isn't much of a size difference. You look at Maya Weber, 5'4", Hayden West, 5'5", Babb, 5'3", Bindi, 5'7". You have Grant at 5'11", and Vasika at 6'1", but otherwise, Reese Hammerquist and Clayberg are both 5'6". So there isn't much of a size difference when you start thinking about Brooke Jensen at 6 foot, 6'1". Brooklyn Voss at 5'11". Brooklyn Voss definitely wants to stay out of foul trouble today. She should have fresh legs. We've talked about that. She's been in foul trouble both of the first 2 games of this state tournament. And so she has not had the tournament she was hoping for. But I'm sure she will take the wins. And so she is looking for a great final game as a Tanager. She is signed to play at Briar Cliff to play volleyball. And you'll see that in some of her elevation. She gets a number of blocks, and it looks like a volleyball spike when she blocks it. So that size for Vermillion. You have Brooke Jensen at 6'1", Chandler Cleveland at 5'9", Janaea Cleveland 5'8", Brooklyn Voss at 5'11", Taylor Roovers at 5'3". You have Casey Hansen comes in at 5'8", and Taylor Barta comes in at 5'6". So really not too much of a height difference, very evenly matched teams between Vermillion and T area. We're going to take a break, and then when we come back, we're going to have our conversation with Coach Brooks. We're going to look at some of the awards that are coming up tonight that get distributed at these state tournament games. And so this is the First Dakota National Bank pregame show on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. We'll be right back.
If you are self-motivated, accountable, and eager to learn new skills, we'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermillion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture. Join our team of rock stars. Visit masabainc.com to learn more.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Your crew is craving Pizza Ranch? It's easy to order online at pizzaranch.com. Online ordering makes it fast and easy to order craveable crispy ranch chicken or build your favorite pizza exactly how you like it. And now, for even more convenience, place your favorite order with just one tap. So when you're craving pizza or the country's best chicken, go to pizzaranch.com and start your order. For craveable food and convenient online ordering, there's so much to love at Pizza Ranch.
For the Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump and Pack, and get the card. Then download the app. Each one does the same thing. Like give you 5 cents off per gallon every day, except for Sunday, it's doubled with the Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank from the Dacotah Bank Center in Brookings, South Dakota. Now, never mind what it says on center court. Just always pay attention to what I say. It's Dacotah Bank Center. I don't believe they've replaced the wood yet, so it still says Swiftel Center on center court. But I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley. Lori Jared's to my left. She's going to give me some insight periodically because she is far smarter about basketball than I am. And so we will be bringing you the best coverage of Vermillion Tanager basketball today. We hope you are happy to be able to join us. But I did have a chance to sit down with Coach John Brooks earlier this afternoon. He was gracious enough with his time. And here is that conversation with Vermillion head coach John Brooks.
We are here with Coach John Brooks of the Vermillion Tanagers. Coach, it's championship day here at the Class A tournament in Brookings. How are you feeling?
Yeah, obviously very excited. It's something that you work all year for, and only there's a lot of great teams. There's a lot of teams that could have been here, so we're very fortunate to be one of the 2 left.
Well, and that's the thing, you know, not only here, like in the championship game, here at the tournament. I mean, Class A was stacked this year. When you think of the 8 teams that are here and then Wagner's not here, I mean, that's an obvious one, but it's like, who do you take out? I mean, Mount Vernon Plankinton as the lowest seed was still a great team, you know, gave fits to everybody. You look at Fulton area, Florence Henry, you know, not making it. Teams that defeated some people that were here. What a year in Class A, and for you guys to be here on the final day with the chance to take it all home. What does it mean to you and to the seniors on your team?
Yeah, like you said, I mean, we knew coming into the state tournament that it was pretty wide open. Everybody thought that they could win it when they got here, and then there's a bunch of teams that, like you said, didn't make it. So for us to be sitting in this spot is pretty special. And obviously we got a great senior class, 6 seniors all together. I guess that's the one nice thing about your state tournament is you do know when your last game is going to be, and they know that's going to be tonight. And I know that they're gonna play 32 minutes of really good basketball tonight.
Well, and they will. And, you know, let's talk about those seniors. And you talked about all 6. And you've mentioned before the ones that don't necessarily see the court much still play such an important role because they are there at practice. They are pressing your starters in your rotation every day to make them better and better. So just kind of talk about those seniors and what they've meant to your program over the last few years.
Yeah, I mean, Bailey Baylor and Mackenzie Richardson, they just don't get all the credit that the other ones do, but they're such a huge part for our program. First of all, they're great teammates. And I think the one thing with our team is we have great chemistry, and it starts at the top. It starts with our seniors, and Bailey and McKenzie every single day in practice, running the scout team, doing all that stuff for us. We can't say enough about those two. And then obviously the other four are in our rotation with Taylor coming off the bench, and I thought Taylor's had a really good tournament as well, and has had some big moments for us. And we need her to play well again tonight. And then the three starting lineup with Brooklyn, Janae, and Chandler. Man, they've won a lot of games here. They've won a lot of games, and they've all been playing since our freshman and sophomore year. And like you said, I think it's just fitting for these three to get a crack at a state championship tonight.
Well, it really is. You mentioned Taylor. She got in, she got the ball down low, drew a couple of fouls, went to the free throw line. Brooklyn probably has not had the state tournament she'd like, so boy, it'd be great if she could break out tonight. And both Janae and Chandler are kind of doing what the Cleveland sisters do. Pesky on defense, contributing on offense when you need it, good ball handlers, good defenders, and then you have Taylor and Brooke. Brooke has been, scoring when she needs to, double digits, I think both games. Taylor just running that offense, bringing it up. As an eighth grader, we heard a lot about different eighth graders coming into this state tournament. And boy, and I think coming off of last year when Taylor received so much acclaim as a seventh grader, I think it's almost some of the schools wanted to make sure that, okay, we knew they had eighth graders too, but boy, Taylor's shown herself to be every bit as good as anybody else out there.
Yeah, and I mean, she does so much. I think she's probably got one of the biggest roles of an eighth grader that we've ever had and that I've seen. And she has to handle it for us. She defends other team's best players. She has to score it for us. I mean, she just takes on so much, and it just looks like she does it effortlessly. And Brooke's been great. Brooke inside. We played obviously against this, and we played some teams with some big kids, some size, and Brooke has held her own in there, which we need. And she stayed out of foul trouble. Brooke and Taylor haven't come off the floor yet, and it just talks about just the condition that those two are in and what they're able to do for us.
Well, you talk about Brooke, and especially against teams with size, her rebounding ability really seems to have really come along, not just from last year to this year, but as the year has gone along, almost more of an emphasis for her. I don't know if it's an emphasis or just something that she's putting herself in better position, but the number of rebounds she's able to not just come up with, but rip down and rip away from the opponent is amazing.
She's always kind of been, I think, viewed a little bit as a perimeter kid, and our biggest thing with her is we wanted her to have the perimeter game and the inside game, and she's really taken on playing in the paint, and we're scoring it and defending and rebounding. Her rebounding's been fantastic this year, and we needed it. After losing Leah inside last year, that was kind of a hole that we were trying to fill, and Brooke's done a great job defensively filling that for us.
She really has, and talking about Taylor, kind of that as well. Last year was really just seemed to be shooting the three, shooting it from the outside if it was open, and people didn't know about her, so she was open a lot. This year, they're defending her on the perimeter. Well, she's really developed this ability to drive and get a shot off, even though she's in there among the trees. Girls that are 6', 7, 8 inches taller than her, and getting shots off near the rim and making them and forcing them to defend her that way as well.
Yeah, she's a crafty player, and she knows she's obviously extremely quick. She has added the floater to her game, which she needed to add just with her size and playing against kids that are tall in the paint. And she's a terrific finisher around the rim. So she can play at all three levels. She can get to the hoop. She can pull up and shoot it. She can shoot the three. And anytime you can do that, you're very difficult to guard.
And that's what you guys present. You guys present so many different offensive options that you are difficult to defend. Now you're playing a T area team, like we mentioned. Almost feels like this was meant to be as the championship game after last year's region championship loss before Sodak 16. This year, them kind of coming away with a victory at home at the Birdcage earlier this season. Did the girls, when you're seeing two teams, you have one team that you've already defeated in the year in Sioux Falls Christian. You had T that maybe left a sour taste in your mouth. Did the girls have a preference, or they just wanted to take whoever came to them?
We didn't even really talk about it. We knew either way we were going to get a team that we were familiar with. And, T, and you could see both those teams were really good last night, and T won a close one. And, I think our girls we're just excited to be here. And now we play a team that we're familiar with, and they're familiar with us. T has a great team. I mean, everybody knew it coming in the year how good they were, and we got a lot of respect for them. And we're looking to, they've gotten us the last couple of times, but you just got to win one. It just matters about tonight, and I know that's our focus.
All right. Well, you've been to the state tournament a number of times. What does it feel like this year to, with your team, to be in the championship game, to finally maybe have a chance to break that seal?
Yeah, it's exciting, not only for our kids, but our school, our student body, our community. We've had great support here. Obviously, gotten a lot of messages from a lot of people over the last couple of days, which is pretty special. And I know our girls, at the end of the day, it's. You don't know the outcome, what's going to happen tonight, but I know that everybody that shows up is going to be proud of these girls. They're going to play hard. We're going to get after it for 32 minutes, and whatever happens, happens.
All right. Well, Coach, again, thank you for taking out the time to talk with me today. I know I can be a pain in the butt sometimes, but really appreciate it, and good luck tonight.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Michael. Thank you.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women, names like Ariat and Carhartt for men, boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
Schumacher in Vermillion is a full-service service center. Schumacher LLC is an industry-leading supplier of tarp systems to the transportation industry and is located in Vermillion, South Dakota. Schumacher Vermillion supports their customers in the agricultural, construction, waste, and flatbed markets. Become a part of the Schumacher team. Go to sure-co.com, about us/careers. Demand the best. Demand Schumacher.
Visit our sleep experts at the Yankton Slumberland. With over 50 mattresses to choose from, we carry every price, free financing options, and the most trusted brands in the nation like Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. Snoring or lower back pain tormenting you? Seek relief with an adjustable power base. Fall asleep faster and cooler with our sheets and pillow selection. With a 120-night sleep trial, you can't make a mistake. See us today at the Yankton Slumberland, 2401 Broadway.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley as we're getting ready for the Class A state championship ball game between the Vermillion Tanagers and the T-Area Titans. You knew it had to come down to these two. It just had to. Last year, T-Area defeats Vermillion in double overtime in the region championship, squashing a great season by the Tanagers. This year, T-Area comes again into the birdcage, beats them by 9, but that was a different Tanager team. Casey Hansen has made a huge difference for this Tanager squad. As I mentioned it earlier in the pregame, during Florence Henry, she made her first appearances in warm-ups. She did not play that game. But after that, she did come back and has been a steady player off the bench. Has not started, but has been a steady player off the bench ever since Del Rapids. And not only has she extended the bench, instead of having a 6-person rotation, they now have a 7-person rotation. Taylor Barta has elevated her game as well, coming in off the bench at the same time as Casey for the most part, for at least that first time. But usually it's kind of a pair that comes off the bench. And Taylor Barta, you're not going to be dazzled offensively. But what she does, when she is in there, the girls will run her cross-country, 800. She takes a lot of the load off of Taylor defensively. She's able to be the one up top, at the top of the key, going back and forth from left to right, using her legs. What that allows Taylor to do is maybe just rest a little bit, because otherwise Taylor is that straw that stirs the drink for this Tanager team. Bringing the ball up and dribble, driving, penetration. And so it should not be undersold what Taylor Barta does for this team. So the starting lineups are for Vermillion: Taylor Roovers, the 5'3", 8th grade guard, number 11, averages 11 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, 4.7 assists, and 2.7 steals. Yes. Does she do everything? Yes. Brooklyn Voss, 5'11", senior guard, number 21, comes into the game, the postseason, averaging 6.9 points per game. She's not had that kind of output here at the state tournament, and you know she is itching to show what she can do. She's gotten into foul trouble these first 2 games, and so as a senior, you just want her to have a great game. I'm sorry, you just do. 6.9 points per game, 3.7 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and 1.9 steals. Janaea Cleveland, number 22, a 5'8" senior guard, 6.9 points, 5.6 rebounds, 2.4 assists, and 3.2 steals. Now, she got into foul trouble in game 1. She wasn't really in foul trouble yesterday. She didn't score any points, but that does not mean she did not contribute. Defensively, Janaea Cleveland is locked down. Passing and facilitating, she is great. So Janaea Cleveland, a big part of this Vermillion Tanager team. Chandler Cleveland, just talking to Coach Jared here, and if you're a basketball fan from the 80s, 90s like me, she's Horace Grant. And you're like, who? What? Of those great Chicago Bulls teams, Horace Grant was before Dennis Rodman. Going to give you 12, 13, 14 points a game, 7, 8, 9 rebounds a game. Great defense, great passing. Chandler Cleveland is Horace Grant. She's not going to get the attention. She's not going to get all the accolades, but she's going to get the job done. 11.2 points per game, 4.7 rebounds, 1.3 assists, and 1.8 steals. And then Brooke Jensen, 6'1" junior guard, number 33. She's the player so many people have heard of, the Augustana commit, averaging 12 points per game, 6.1 rebounds, 1.6 assists, and 1.4 steals. Probably not shooting at the clip that she would like to, but she is contributing. Rebounding, she has been amazing. Getting blocks as well throughout this state tournament. So every player is filling their role for this Tanager team. Now the starting lineup for T area. You have Maya Weber starting, along with Hayden West. Sorry, I meant to have this pulled up here. So Maya Weber, 5'4", senior guard. Hayden West, a 5'5", senior guard. You also have Mara Grant, the 5'11", senior forward who is committed to Dort, or signed with Dort, I should say. You also have Ellie Clayberg, the 5'6", sophomore guard. And then finally, the player everyone knows who is signed to go to South Dakota State University, Katie Vasika. Now, she has not had the tournament that she would hope to have either, so she's looking to break through. Like the old Queen song says, I want to break free. Well, as a Tanager fan, I hope she doesn't. She is a great player who will do great things at South Dakota State University. I wish she were going to be doing them at USD, but that is not meant to be. And our officials for tonight's game are Brad Coleman. Umpire is Darren Vandenberg and Terry Duffy. The alternate is Justin Deutsch. Now, this is the evening game, so there is no national anthem. They do that before the beginning of the night session. They also did the, the Lakota flag song. If you haven't had a chance to see the Lakota flag song, I did do a Facebook Live for both the national anthem and the Lakota flag song on Classic Hits 106.3. Please go watch it. Maybe you're not like me, but I love the Lakota flag song, and I love the national anthem. And it's really just great pageantry that you get here at the state. All right, jumping for T area, Katie Vasika. Jumping for Vermillion, Brooklyn Voss, and the ball is in the air. And that will go to T. T will begin with possession, and we are on our way. And that is to Mara Grant. Mara Grant guarded by Brooke Jensen. And that ball is going to be kicked by T area. That's a turnover. That will go over to Vermillion. All right, we're 8 seconds in. Nobody has scored yet. Will they ever score? Who knows? Not exactly a scoring drought when it's 8 seconds, but it makes it sound bigger than it is, right? All right, Janaea Cleveland gets the ball into Taylor Roovers. Roovers, like I said, when Taylor is able to take the load off her just defensively, that means a lot for those legs. Taylor Roovers, pick and roll, gets it out to Brooklyn Voss. Thought about the three. Gets it down to Chandler on the block. Chandler up and good. Chandler Cleveland Up and in, and that is what Chandler does. 2-0, Vermillion leads. There's 7:25 to go. Vasika out to Kleberg. Kleberg over to West. Ooh, West over to Kleberg. Again, T area with those navy blue uniforms. And they also have the navy blue numbers with that gold or yellowish trim. And same with the letters. It makes it a little hard to read, so I apologize if I'm getting numbers wrong. But, and Brooklyn Voss has her first foul of the night. The girl cannot catch a break. Ellie Kleberg got the line to shoot 2. First one is up and in for Kleberg. Gives her first points, and T area is on the board. Second free throw for Kleberg is up, and that is no good. Rebound, Mara Grant. Up and in, gives T the lead, 3-2. Here's Janaea Cleveland on the right-hand side. Vermillion in their white uniforms with red letters and numbers and black trim. Feels like the officials are going to allow a lot of hand checking, but not for Brooklyn. So here is West. West gets it over to Weber. Back to West. They try to get it down low to Grant. Stolen away by Brooklyn Voss. Roovers ahead to Brooke Jensen. Jensen drives into the paint, kicks it out to Voss. Voss for 3. Yes! Brooklyn Voss with a 3-pointer! Yes! 5-3, Vermillion with the lead. I'm sorry, Brooklyn's had such a struggle for this tournament. I'm so happy for her. Kleberg up and good. Kleberg now has 3 points, ties it up at 5. Here's Roovers over to Voss. 5-5, 6:03 to go. Voss over to Taylor Roovers. Roovers guarded there by West. Roovers drives in. Ooh, unable to hit the shot, but she is going to be fouled by Hayden West. That'll be the first team foul for T area, and that will be the first personal foul on West. So Roovers goes to the line to shoot 2. Now, you got to hope Vermillion hits from the line a little bit better than yesterday, just a little bit over 50%. First free throw is up and good for Taylor Roovers. She is on the board. Gives Vermillion a 6-5 lead. Coach Brooks calls Chandler Cleveland over, gives her a little bit of instruction here. Roovers, second free throw, up and, oh yes, that will be drop it in. Vermillion leads 7-5, 5:55 to go here in the first quarter on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. I want to thank Midwest Ready Mix for sponsoring the scoreboard all season long. If you need Midwest Ready Mix, definitely tell them. And that is Kleberg from 3. Kleberg has 6 of T's 8 points, 8-7. T area leads Vermillion. Roovers on the right-hand side, kicks it out to Jensen. Jensen drives into the paint, kicks it over to Janaea Cleveland. Janaea out to Voss. Voss tries to get down low to Chandler. Chandler up and in and fouled. She will get the and one opportunity for an and one. So that foul is going to be on Maya Weber. That'll be Weber's first, the team's second on T. Chandler Cleveland, free throw is up, and that will roll out, but that is going to be out of bounds off of Brooke Jensen on the rebound attempt. So Vermillion leads 9-8, 5:18 to go here in the first quarter. Fast-paced game. And here's Kleberg. Kleberg up with the shot, no good. Rebound, Brooklyn Voss. Here's Roovers, drives in, up with the shot, and good. You heard in that interview with Coach Brooks, that is something that she's added to her game, the ability to go in among the trees and still score. 11-8, Vermillion leads, 4:51 to go. Kleberg, guarded by Voss. Here's Maya Weber over to Vasika. Vasika drives in. Oh, it'll be a foul on the floor. That'll be a foul on the floor. That'll be the second team foul. We'll see who the foul is on, though. It's going to be on Chandler Cleveland, I believe. That's Chandler's first personal. second team, and here's a media timeout, so we will take a timeout as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. Over 20 years, locally owned and operated. For all of your appliance needs, contact Murph's Appliance in Vermillion.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Welcome back to the Dacotah Bank Center in Brookings, South Dakota. I am Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley and Lori Jared as we are bringing you the State A Championship game as the Vermillion Tanagers on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard lead 11-8 over the T-Area Titans in a game that has been very back and forth, up and down for Vermillion. Taylor Roovers has 4 points. Brooklyn Voss has a 3-pointer, and Chandler Cleveland has 4. For T-Area, Mara Grant has 2, and Ellie Kleber. And that was a 3-pointer by T-Area. And that was JC Babb with the 3-pointer. She checked in for Mara Grant, I believe. No. She checked in for, it's West, Babb, Grant, Clayberg, and Vasika out there. That's going to be a foul on the shot as Grant went up on the block. 11-11 with 4:11 to go. That was Maya Weber that checked out, sorry. Just looking at the up-to-date stats here. Free throw up by Mara Grant is up and good. T-Area back in the lead, 12-11 with 4:11 to go. Brooklyn Voss checks out. Casey Hansen checks in. Second free throw from Grant is up and good. Makes it 13-11 in favor of T-Area halfway through this first quarter. Taylor Rivers gets the call from Coach Brooks. Gets a down low to Hansen on the block, and that is blocked by Katie Vasika. You can hear the T-Area Titan student section over there. The Vermillion section is right behind us. And here's Janaea Cleveland up to Casey Hansen, over to Brooke Jensen. Jensen in the paint, kicks it out. Over to Roovers. Roovers floats in with the floater. No good. Rebound there by JC Babb. Babb gets it over to Vasika. Vasika down to Hayden West. West gets over to Clayberg. Clayberg guarded by Roovers. Back to West on the left-hand side. Again, T-Area moving left to right as I see them. They get it down low to Vasika. And that is a foul on the shot, and she makes it. So Vasika has her first points of the game. Gives T-Area a 15-11 lead, and that is Brooke Jensen's first personal. Team's third. Nope, fourth. I was looking at the T-Area side. And Vasika hits the free throw. You get it down low to Hansen on the block. Turnaround jumper up, no good. Rebound there by Mara Grant. Rebounding could be an issue tonight. 16-11, T-Area leads Vermillion with 2:57 to go here in the first quarter. Clayberg for 3, no good. Rebound, Janaea Cleveland. Here's Taylor Roovers pushing the ball up on the right-hand side. Cross-court pass to Casey Hansen. Hansen for 3, that's going to be short. And Katie Vasika with the rebound. She'll stop and pop. And that is, I think that might have been blocked. I'm not quite sure. And that's going to be a foul on Hayden West. That'll be West's second personal, as Taylor Roovers was shellacked on the sideline there. So Brooklyn Voss checks in. Chandler Cleveland checks out. So out there for Vermillion right now, it's Roovers, Janaea Cleveland, Brooke Jensen, Brooklyn Voss, and Casey Hansen. 16-11, T-Area leads Vermillion with 2:26 to go here in the first quarter. Roovers, and that's going to be a foul on Grant. That'll be Grant's first personal. And that'll be their fourth team foul, I believe. So Janaea Cleveland to inbound the ball in front of the T-Area bench. Gets the ball into the hands of Taylor Roovers. Taylor drives in, floater up and good. Banks it off the backboard. Makes it 16-13, 2:10 to go. Here's J.C. Babb. Gets it over to Grant. Grant skip pass over to Clayburg. West on the left-hand side gets it down to Vasika. Vasika double team to get it down low to Babb, though. Babb is left all alone on the block. So minute 51 to go, 18-13. T-Area leads Vermillion. Taylor Roovers on the block, unable to connect there, just off the front iron on the bank shot. Rebound by Mara Grant. Grant probably doesn't have the size of a prototypical big timer in college, but she has some ups and gets good position. Vasika with the turnaround jumper. That is good. That's hard to defend. So T-Area off to their biggest lead, 20-13. Roovers pulls it over to the right-hand side, gets it over to Hansen. Hansen guarded there by Clayburg, over to Jensen. Jensen over to Voss. Voss will drive into the right-hand side, gets it over to Roovers. 13 seconds on the shot clock, 1 minute on the game clock. Jensen gets into Janaea Cleveland. Short little jumper off the backboard and good for Janaea. Makes it 20-15, 46 seconds to go. About 14 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Katie Vasika drives in. Kicks it out to Babb. Babb guarded by Hansen. Gets it out to West. West gets it down low to Grant. Grant up with the right hand, up and in. Not much you can do. That was well defended. 22-15. Vermillion looking to take the final shot of the quarter. Roovers up at midcourt, 15 seconds to go. She's guarded there by J.C. Babb, the sophomore. Babb with 5 points. Roovers drives in, little floater up and no good. Oh no! 3 seconds to go. Vasika heaves a half quarter, no good, and that is the way the first quarter will end. 22-15. T-Area with the lead. We'll be back after this timeout, brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard shows 22-15, T-Area leads.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers.
Last week, a guy walked into the UPS store in Vermillion. He did not notice the copiers, the printers, the mailboxes, the banners, the posters, not even the business and shipping supplies. It was like he had blinders on. Hi, this is Jay with the UPS store in Vermillion. Many people don't see everything we have to offer when they stop by the UPS store to ship their packages. They miss all the things we have, like printing, designing. We even offer notary services here at the UPS store, located on Cherry Street in Vermillion.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley and Lori Jared, where after one quarter, Vermillion trails T-Area on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard 22-15. Vermillion will start with possession. And this is Tanager Basketball brought to you by First Dacotah National Bank. Voss in the corner, shoots the long jumper. Oh, that is no good. But rebound Roovers. Short little floater up, no good. Rebound there to Vasika. Dang. Couple of nice looks there. Unable to get him to fall. 7:37 to go here in the second quarter. Here's Grant. Loses the ball, gets it over to Babb. Babb for a long three-pointer, no good. Rebound into the hands of Mara Grant. She just has a way of finding out exactly where the ball is going to be, and that's going to be Brooke Jensen's second personal. First team foul of the quarter. Again, both teams with 5 timeouts left. Here's Hayden West. West onto the elbow, gets it over to Grant. Grant, long jumper, up and in. It's 8 points for Grant. Here's Brooklyn Voss, a 9-point lead for T area. As they, that pass was in the middle, kind of nowhere between Cleveland and Roovers, and stolen away by T area. So Clayberg gets the ball over to Babb. Babb drives in, kicks it out to Grant. Grant will drive in, pull up, and they're going to call, wow. They're going to call Brooke Jensen for her third personal, and I didn't see what they were calling on that one. That's Brooke's third personal. Second team of the quarter. Hansen getting ready to check in. First free throw from Grant is no good. So here's Grant's second free throw. She's 2 for 3 on the day. 2 for 4. That rebound into Chandler, Cleveland. So 24-15, Vermillion trails with 6:37 to go. Just need to get points and stops. Points and stops. Can't get it all back. Plus there's almost 3 quarters left. Chandler Cleveland under the basket. She's going to be fouled there. Is that going to be Clayberg? Yes, Ellie Clayberg with her first personal. And that's the team's first of the quarter, but Chandler will go to the line to shoot 2. Chandler's first free throw is up and good. So Clayberg checks out. Anna Bindi checks in. So it's now West, Babb, Bindi, Grant, and Vasika out there for T area. For Vermillion, it's Hansen, Roovers, Voss, Cleveland, and Cleveland. Second free throw from Chandler is up and good. Cuts that lead to 7, 24-17. Right, just looking for a stop here. Vasika bringing the ball up, the SDSU commit. Great player, good ball handler. And boy, just you hate to see that. Bindi goes around on the baseline with ease. 26-17. But you get enough fouls called on you, you hate to defend too hard. That's the whole problem. So here's Voss. Voss out the top of the key. Tries to get it down low. Another pass that did not meet its intended target. Long outlet pass to Vasika. Vasika will drive in, pull up. They get it into Grant on the elbow, and here's a pass. Whoa, to J.C. Babb. She collects it before it crosses midcourt. Casey Hansen on Mara Grant. Grant up and with the right hand. Again, hard to defend that. Casey was right there. 28-17, and Coach Brooks wants to take a 30-second timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 28-17, Vermillion trails T area on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dacotah National Bank. From the Dacotah Bank Center in Brookings, I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley and Lori Jared. With 5:30 to go in the second quarter, T area has their biggest lead of the game at 28-17. But if you're a Tanager fan or a player, the Tanagers are not getting shots to drop. They're getting looks. So if they can get him to start to drop, it's going to be a different ball game. Here we go. Vermillion with the ball. Casey Hansen drives in. Kicks it out to Chandler on the free throw line. Up the left hand and in. And a foul. Chandler Cleveland going to the line. Makes it 28-19. And that foul is going to be on. That's Bindy's first personal. Second team foul, and Chandler goes to the line, and she hits the old-fashioned three-point play. So here is Hayden West. Oh, man, they do get it into Mara Grant. Makes it 30-20, a 10-point lead for T area. Brooklyn Voss takes the three. That'll be off, and rebound will be off of T area. Yes. Despite the protestations of the T area student section. And here is a full timeout called. I think it might be immediate timeout. So we'll take one as well. The Murph's Appliance scoreboard shows 30-20 with 4:48 to go. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
Federal Credit Union, we believe in giving back to the community that supports us. That's why our employees make it a priority to volunteer their time and talents to make a difference. Whether it's improving local causes, fighting hunger, or supporting our local zoo, our team is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a part of the community, working together to make it a better place for everyone. Your community, your credit union. Voyage Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to Tanager basketball with 4:48 to go. Vermillion trails 30-20. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley. Chandler Cleveland underneath, and she gets her own rebound and hits. 11 points for Chandler Cleveland. Here's Vasika on the elbow. Kicks it out to Grant. Grant, no. That was Anna Bindy. Anna Bindy drives in. And that is out of bounds. Turnover on T area. Janaea Cleveland will inbound the ball. Vermillion has cut that lead. It was as high as 11. It's now 30-22, 4:30 to go. Again, just looking for stops and scores. Stops and scores. You just need to chip away. It doesn't need to all happen at once. Here's Roovers. And she is guarded by J.C. Babb. Babb. They use the pick by... Here's a three-pointer from Casey Hansen. Oh, no. No, just off, and that was rebounded by Hayden West. Oh, that would have been so amazing if they could have gotten that one. So, Ellie Clayberg. And here is West. West guarded by Roovers. Out to number 13, Reese Hammerquist. Hammerquist checked in, did not realize that. Clayberg drives in, and they're going to call a foul. I thought she was a little out of control heading in. I don't know. And they're going to call that on Chandler, I believe. That'll be Chandler's second personal. Mara Grant checks in. Reese Hammerquist checks out. So here's Grant on the block. Gets it down low. Up, no good. Rebound. Oh, they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow favors T area. But that's okay. You know, better than them getting the rebound and us. So they get it into Vasika. Guarded there by Janaea Cleveland. Vasika drives in. Probably could have called a travel there, but nothing called. Rebound by Roovers as Vasika and Cleveland hit the deck. Roovers drives in, kicks it into Chandler on the block, up and no good. Rebound there by Vasika. And that ball is out of bounds, off of T area. That is off of T area. That is Vermillion ball. Here's Brooklyn Voss, gets it down low to Chandler Cleveland in the paint, up with the left hand, and in! Chandler Cleveland! 30-24, 2:54 to go. Here's Katie Vasika, guarded by Janaea Cleveland. Gets it over to Ellie Clayberg for three, and that is good. Wow. That's Clayberg's second three-pointer, takes it back to a 9-point lead. Roovers out to Casey Hansen. Hansen drives into the paint, up with the left hand, leaves it short. Saved by Chandler Cleveland, but into the hands of Katie Vasika. 2:26 to go. Vasika drives in, up with the right hand, no good, but going to be fouled on the shot by Janaea Cleveland. That'll be Janaea's second personal. Fourth team foul. Vasika at the line to shoot two. She has 5 points, 5 rebounds. First free throw is off the back iron. Vasika also has 3 assists. Here's Vasika's second free throw, and that is good. Back to a 10-point lead, just like that. Here's Roovers, over to Voss. Voss guarded by Grant. Janaea Cleveland at the elbow, kicks it out to Roovers. Roovers uses the pick, down low to Casey Hansen, up and in. Nice assist by Roovers, 34-26. 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Katie Vasika, short jumper, up and good. And that's just not defensible by a 6'1", 6'2" player with those long arms of hers. Roovers, here's a three-pointer, and that is good by Brooklyn Voss! 36-29, 7-point lead, just looking for a stop here, looking for a stop. Here's Ellie Clayberg, guarded by Voss. Oh! Voss knocks it out of her hand, but Clayberg recovers. And they're going to call, not quite sure what we just got called. I think we got a technical. Yeah. So we have the officials. I believe I saw a technical foul called, but I'm not quite sure. So a personal foul called on Brooklyn Voss, her second, and then a technical foul called on Clayberg. That'll be her second. So Clayberg at the line to shoot two. So now Taylor Roovers with an 8-point lead. For T area, Roovers hits the first free throw. Roovers hits the second free throw. And Vermillion should have possession now because of the technical foul. So it should be Vermillion's ball with the technical foul. So, just to give you a recap, a minute, as well as I know it, a minute 22 to go on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Vermillion trails T area 37-31. A technical foul was called on Ellie Clayberg, which means after the foul by Brooklyn, they shot their free throws. We shot technical foul free throws and get possession. So Vermillion with possession, looking to cut into this 6-point lead. It's been anywhere from 6 to 11 points over the last about quarter. Roovers with the floater, up and good! That lead is now down to 4, 37-33, a minute 6 to go. And Katie Vasika is fouled on the floor, but it'll be free throws because it's, and that's on Brooklyn Voss again. And Brooklyn, you can see Brooklyn's getting frustrated because she doesn't feel some of these are fouls. So Brooklyn's third personal with a minute 4 to go. First free throw is up and good for Vasika. So Taylor Barta checks in for Brooklyn Voss. So now it's Barta, Hansen, Janea, Chandler, and Taylor out there for Vermillion. Vasika's second free throw is up and good. Out there for T area, Weber, West, Babb, Grant, and Vasika. So it's a 6-point lead. 1 minute to go. Roovers over to Chandler. Chandler for 3. Off the iron. Rebound to Grant. Off of Grant. They call it off of Hansen. And so in favor of T, that I don't know how they saw it that way, but they did. Roovers with the steal though. Roovers up and left it short. But you don't call a foul on the rebound. Okay, sorry, I've got to calm myself down. So they called that off of Taylor. 37.2 seconds to go. Katie Vasika. So Taylor left the layup just short. Attempted her own rebound. I know there's no such thing as over the back, but she had position for rebounding and then went out of bounds. Looks like T area might play for the final shot. And here's the ball in the hands of Weber. Over to West, back to Weber. Weber has the ball stolen away. 8 seconds to go. Hansen driving the ball up. 4 seconds to go. Hansen on the baseline, up and in for Casey Hansen. And that is the way the quarter will end. That is the way the quarter will end. 39-35. Vermillion trails T area, but boy, momentum feels like it's on Vermillion's side. We'll be back with our Carlson's Body Shop halftime show after these messages on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK, Vermillion, Yankton, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality healthcare, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you gotta call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, to our Carlson's Body Shop halftime show. This is Tanager Basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. First, we are going to be getting the Spirit of Six Award. This is honor of the Cobbler cheerleaders. So if you look at the program, The Spirit of Six Award, it's a photograph of the Cobbler cheerleaders taken by Dave Cross, a member of Rapid City High School newspaper, The Pine Needle, in March of 1968, before their departure for Sioux Falls in the State A basketball tournament. They're lined up in front of the large twin Beechcraft, the 6 cheerleaders and 3 adults who, 3 days later, would die while the pilot was attempting to land at the same airport. The plane burst into flames after skidding off the runway. Pictured left to right are Shirley Landstrom, Kay McNutt, Terry Blanton, Jan Glaze, Mrs. Ivan Landstrom, Gail Floor, Mrs. Dorothy Lloyd, Diane McCluskey, and Ivan Landstrom, who was the pilot. Since the disaster, the South Dakota Peace Officers Association has presented trophies to cheerleaders considered best on crowd control, dress, sportsmanship, and enthusiasm at the boys' basketball tournaments and the girls. The Ladies Auxiliary expanded the program to include Spirit of Six trophies for the cheerleaders judged tops at the state girls basketball events. So we have the players here, the cheerleaders here from Flandreau, Hanson, Mount Vernon Plankinton, Sioux Falls Christian, Makpia Luta, Sisseton, T Area, and Vermillion, I believe, yes. Oh yes, the Titans are down there next to the Flyers. Okay, that's the one I missed. They kind of had the similar colors in the scheme. So you might have heard Coach Jared. For us right now, as they get ready to announce this, I'm just going to mention for Vermillion. No, Coach Jared's like, no. I love that analysis because I think the same thing. Vermillion to be down just 4 right now. They have not played their best ball, and T Area is playing really well. For them, they have to be a certain level of frustration to only be up 4. And Vermillion really feels like they have some momentum, cutting that lead from, it was 11 points at one time. So again, this will be the Spirit of Six Award in honor of the 6 Rapid City Central Cobbler cheerleaders who passed away tragically in a plane crash in March of 1968 as they tried to return from the Class A basketball tournament in Sioux Falls. After this, we will have the Spirit of Sioux Award in honor of SuAnne Big Crow. So I know this isn't our usual halftime show, but these honors are too big not to recognize. And I'm a big fan of the Spirit of Sioux Award just because I love the spirit of SuAnne Big Crow and what she meant to her people and what she meant to basketball, and I love that her name can continue to live on. The Hanson High School cheer squad has won the Spirit of Six Award. Congratulations to the Hanson High School cheerleaders. And what I love is that this award is still so respected, and it's so appreciated and so honored, and it keeps the memory of those cheerleaders alive. Again, those who passed away in that accident: Shirley Landstrom, Kay McNutt, Terry Blanton, Jan, and I'm not sure if it's Glaze or Glaze, and I apologize, Mrs. Ivan Landstrom, Gail Floor, Mrs. Dorothy Lloyd, who was the squad advisor, Diane McCluskey, and Ivan Landstrom, who was the pilot. So again, the Spirit of Six Award to the Hanson High School cheer squad. Congratulations, ladies. Congratulations, ladies, on the honor. And there's tears out there. That's amazing. So appreciative of that honor, and it's so great that this can continue on 56 years later, 56 years after that accident, still being remembered for the Spirit of Six. So we're always amazed at that. Now, coming up is the Spirit of Sioux Award, the Native American quilt. They have the table out there, and so we'll see. It's usually family members or members of the SuAnne Big Crow Foundation, but the Spirit of Sioux Award will be given this year to an outstanding young athlete who exemplifies SuAnne Big Crow's life. SuAnne, a senior at the Pine Ridge High School, was killed in a car accident while driving to the 1992 Miss Basketball Award Banquet in Huron. SuAnne was best known for her accomplishments on the basketball court, but her academic record and community involvement were equally important to her. She stood against drugs and alcohol and always talked of making life better for those around her. SuAnne recognized the need for more positive role models and chose to become one. Realizing the value in education, she maintained a near 4.0 grade point average. SuAnne's lifestyle is an inspiration to not only the Lakota people, but also to non-Indian people who have responded to her passing with tributes, poems, and letters expressing the positive impact she made on their lives. SuAnne possessed an insight far beyond her years. She presented herself as a young Lakota lady who was proud of her heritage and an equal to all. The following is a quote from a speech she made to an 8th grade graduating class. High school can be the most fun time of your life, but don't lose sight of the main purpose, an education. It is the key to a better life for our people. The Spirit of Sioux Award will be given during the halftime of the championship game, sponsored by the South Dakota Fraternal Order of Police. Some of the past Spirit of Sioux Award winners. Last year, Olivia Kiefer of Rapid City Christian. 2 years ago, Stevie Fallis of Red Cloud, Haley Timmer of St. Thomas More, Morgan Hammerbeck of Winter, Raven Cornoyer of Todd County, Grace Imbury of Aberdeen Roncalli, Janae Jumping Eagle of Little Wound, Sierra Duffy of St. Thomas More, Alexis Swedland of St. Thomas More, Moira Duffy of St. Thomas More, Anissa Martin of Pine Ridge in 2012 and 2013, the 20th anniversary of her passing, 21st, sorry, of her passing. Marie Malloy of Parkston, Kelly Norrid of Winter, Alyssa Wall of Dakota Valley, Mandy Dirch of Newell, Vanessa Johnson of West Central, Annie Roach of the Vermillion Tanagers in 2006, 2007. So they are presenting the Spirit of Sioux Award. They're recognize the people presenting it for SuAnne Big Crow Foundation, I believe.
This year's Spirit of Sioux Award recipient from Mount Vernon, Plankinton is
Emily Fox of Mount Vernon, Plankinton is this year's winner of the Spirit of Sioux Award. Emily Fox. She will be going to SDSU to play basketball. And hopefully she's here and on her way out. I see people looking in a certain direction, so she must be here. As you get that star quilt, as they unfurl it, should be on our screen, I believe. And here comes Emily Fox of Mount Vernon, Plankinton, to a standing ovation. Again, one of my favorite moments of the state tournament is the Spirit of Sioux Award as they drape it over her shoulders. So again, the Spirit of Sioux Award in memory of SuAnne Big Crow of the Pine Ridge Reservation, who was killed on her way to the 1992 Miss Basketball Awards ceremony and award banquet in Huron. In 1992, she was just 18 years old. 18 years old. So that are the halftime festivities for that. So we're going to take a 1 minute timeout. Then we'll be back and look at stats with our Carlson's Body Shop halftime show on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Vermillion trails 39-35.
Game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family. From pediatricians to OBGYNs, plus primary care. You can find it all at Vermillion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball at the State A Championship game. This broadcast is coming from the Dacotah Bank Center in Brookings, South Dakota. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley and Lori Jared. As we mentioned before, Vermillion trails 39-35 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. And again, this is brought to you by First Dacotah National Bank, and this is the Carlson's Body Shop halftime show. In the first half, let's take a look at T area. They're being led in scoring by, they have 3 players in double figures. 12 for Mara Grant, 10 for Ellie Clayberg, and 10 for Katie Vasika. 5 for JC Babb, and 2 for Anna Bindi. And then rebounding, you have Mara Grant with 5, Katie Vasika with 5, 2 for JC Babb, and 1 for Hayden West. And yep, the camera will shake when people clap because they're just really card tables and there are multiple people at these tables. So that will happen. 3 assists for Hayden West, 3 for Katie Vasika, 1 for JC Babb, and 1 for Anna Bindi. And so, as we mentioned, Vermillion trails 39-35, but they should be almost enthused by that, encouraged by that, because they did not play a good first half, and they will admit that. They played really well, I think, towards the end. They played really well at the beginning of the first half and really well at the end of the first half. But in the middle there, they were struggling to keep up with T area and got down by 11 points at one time. For Vermillion, their leading scorers are Chandler Cleveland with 13, Taylor Roovers with 10, Brooklyn Voss with 6, Janaea Cleveland with 2, and Casey Hansen with 4. Leading rebounders are Taylor Roovers with 3, 2 for Chandler Cleveland, 1 each for Brooklyn Voss, Janaea Cleveland, and Casey Hansen. 4 team rebounds. Vermillion is being out-rebounded 16-12. Assists, you have 3 for Brooklyn Voss, 2 for Taylor Roovers, and 1 for Brooke Jensen. Field goal percentage, 63.6% for T area, 44.8% for Vermillion. A lot of that is because T area is getting really good looks inside. A lot of lanes opening up for them. 3-point percentage, they are 60% from three-point land. Vermillion is at 28.6%. And then free throws, they are shooting 61.5%, Vermillion 87.5%. So that is our halftime look here on the Carlson's Body Shop halftime show. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back with the second half here on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Athletico Physical Therapy in Vermillion offers a wide range of services to help you move pain-free and get you back to the life you love. Work injuries, pre- and post-surgical therapy, sports injuries, and joint replacement therapy. Open at 440 East Cherry Street in Vermillion from 7 to 6 Monday through Thursday and 7 to 5 on Friday. Stop into Athletico Physical Therapy for a free assessment for your pain or injury. Athletico Physical Therapy, 440 East Cherry Street, Vermillion.
Honey, I'm hearing Bob Sinclair is a place to go. He's the most dependable, trustworthy, and fair-priced place in Vermillion. They'll get the job done the right way. Call Bob Sinclair in Vermillion to make your appointment. They will get it done for you on time. Do not panic. We'll get it taken care of.
You can trust the 3-stall service team at Bob Sinclair, located on Main Street, Vermillion. Go with who you can trust.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dacotah National Bank. And yes, I see the comment that you'd like to hear Lori Jarrett's thoughts and comments. 35 years of coaching experience in state championship. I wanted to give her a microphone, but she didn't. But she's in my ear here. We're talking about it. So if you're hearing my insights, a lot of it's hers as well. So she's far smarter at this than I am. Brooke Jensen with the ball, gets it over to Taylor Roovers. Roovers at the elbow, gets it down to Voss. Voss up and in! Brooklyn Voss on the assist from Taylor Roovers makes it 39-37. 7:32 to go. Katie Vasika brings the ball up. Starting for T area, you have Hayden West, JC Babb, Mara Grant, Ellie Clayberg, and Katie Vasika. Here's Mara Grant up at the right hand. No good. Rebound, Brooke Jensen. And she's going to be fouled by Mara Grant. That will be Grant's second personal, first team. And the ball will go back over to Vermillion. Vermillion looking to tie it or take a lead for the first time since early in the first quarter. So Roovers brings the ball up alongside Janaea Cleveland. Again, Roovers, Cleveland, Voss, and Jensen out there for Vermillion. That pass just a little too high for Chandler. They get the ball over to Katie Vasika as T area brings the ball up. Probably one story of the game is Brooke Jensen even yet to take a shot. Mara Grant for three. That is no good. Rebound to Brooklyn Voss. That's Voss's second rebound. That pass is too far ahead. Just getting a little bit ahead of themselves, a little too excited. Just need to settle down just a little bit. 6:41 to go. Vermillion trails 39-37. Here's Hayden West at the top of the key, guarded by Roovers. Oh, that one's stolen away, knocked away by Voss into the hands of Brooke Jensen. Again, Vermillion with their third chance to tie it or take the lead. Third time might be the charm here. Voss gets it down low to Chandler Cleveland. Oh, up with the left hand, unable to connect. Rebound to Ellie Clayberg. Clayberg brings the ball up, gets it across midcourt, 39-37, 6:17 to go on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Sorry, 6:07 to go on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Here's Babb in the corner, gets it down to Grant. Grant up and no good, no. Oh, I'm not sure how you call a foul on that, but they're going to. And that's going to be on Chandler Cleveland. That is Cleveland's third personal, first team foul. Coach Jared disagrees with that foul call, I think. Here's Katie Vasika, gets the ball up top to Mara Grant. Grant gets it back to Vasika. Vasika guarded by Janaea Cleveland. Drives in, short jumper up and good by Vasika. Again, that's hard to defend. 4-point lead for T area. Again, Vermillion had 3 chances to tie it or take the lead. Brooke Jensen drives in, loses control. That is out of bounds off of Vermillion. And Coach Brooks is talking to the ref like it's knocked away by T area, but Brooke probably should have taken the shot there. 5:30 to go, 41-37. Vermillion trails. And here's Babb, gets it over to Hayden West. Back to Babb. Babb, she'll take that. Back over to West. West, back to Babb. Babb guarded by Jensen. Back to West. Over to Grant in the lower right corner. She'll drive in, just off the elbow. And that is off of Mara Grant. She could not get the rebound. The way they've been calling travels on spins, I'm surprised they didn't call one there. Voss thought about taking the jumper, no good, but takes that one and misses it. Rebound to Ellie Clayberg, gets it over to Vasika. Vasika gets it down to Grant. Grant up with the right hand and just drops in. Wow, that just hung there forever. And here's a timeout taken by Coach Brooks. It's going to be a full timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance. Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. Over 20 years being locally owned and operated, serving the customers in the Vermillion area. Vermillion trails 43-37 with 4:37 to go on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard.
Alfredo Pizza Vermillion. The secret is in the sauce. At Alfredo Pizza, the pizza is legendary. The pasta is to die for. Delicious. Wings are crazy good.
Offering beer, wine, and margaritas.
It's all very tasty. Pizza, pasta, wings, calzones, salads, sandwiches, desserts, and great meals for the children. If you have never had Alfredo Pizza before, it's a must try. 831 East Cherry Street, Alfredo Pizza Vermillion. The secret is in the sauce.
Calling all Tanagers, Huskies, Tornadoes, and Ponca high schoolers. Pied Piper Vermillion has everything you need for a magical prom night. We have wristlets, corsages, posies, and boutonnieres to pair seamlessly with any dress or suit. Whether you are wearing metallic, floral, or pastel, we can create something to complement any taste. Order soon. Prom is a few weeks away. Use promo code PROM24 to get $10 off your purchase of a corsage, wristlet, posy, or boutonniere. Pied Piper Vermillion, your prom headquarters.
Back in Brookings at the Dacotah Bank Center, Vermillion Tanagers inbound the ball. It's Janaea Cleveland into Taylor Roovers. Vermillion trails 43-37. They had it down to as low as a 2-point lead. Here's Brooklyn Voss on the elbow with the jumper. That's going to be short. Rebound again to T area. This is the way it went for a long time in that first half. Hopefully Vermillion can kind of get it straightened out. Katie Vasika up and in. Back to an 8-point lead for T area. Taylor Roovers bringing the ball up. Casey Hansen ready to check in. Here's Brooklyn Voss, guarded by Mara Grant. Here's Brooke Jensen, guarded by Vasika. Roovers, kind of manhandled there by Babb. Brooke Jensen, spin move, kicks it out to Chandler, over to Janaea. Janaea drives in, up at the right hand, and she is fouled. And that might be what Vermillion needs to do a little bit more of, drive the ball and get fouls, because these officials do seem to be really interested in calling those. And so that foul is that's going to be on West. That is her third personal. And Janaea Cleveland will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw for Janaea is off to the left. Casey Hansen checks in. Brooklyn Voss checks out. Voss, one of 3 Tanagers with 3 fouls. Voss, Chandler Cleveland, and Brooke Jensen. And a timeout being taken. So we're going to take one as well. It's a 1-minute timeout here as the Vermillion Tanagers trail 37-45 with 3:45 to go in the third quarter. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion.
This is Dr. Bill Saunders with Saunders Chiropractic. Chiropractic care helps your athlete prevent injuries and achieve optimal athletic performance. Go Tanagers.
Wellness awaits you. Dr. William Saunders, Vermillion chiropractor at Saunders Chiropractic, is a Vermillion Booster Club member and has been keeping Tanager fans' bones, joints, muscles, and nerves working together like a great team. Go Tanagers from Dr. William Saunders.
What should we do for lunch?
We could go to Wimp's Place.
I thought they only offered supper.
Nope, they open the doors at 11 Monday to Friday and even open at 9 on the weekends for breakfast. All of this plus great deals like $5 cheeseburgers on Tuesday, unlimited wings on Wednesday, and prime rib on Saturday.
How do you know so much about Wimp's Place?
I just went to their website, sdwimps.com, and I follow them on Facebook and Instagram to keep up on the tastiest deals.
Well, let's head to Wimp's Place now. I was hungry before, now I'm starving.
Welcome back to Tanager basketball at the Dacotah Bank Center, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Janaea Cleveland to shoot her second free throw. That is up, and that is no good. Rebound by Katie Vasika. (45-38). Vermillion trails. There's a three-pointer. That'll be off the back iron. Rebound there by Taylor Roovers. Taylor's not afraid to get in there and rebound. Here's Janaea Cleveland over to Casey Hansen. Hansen to Jensen. Jensen to Roovers on the right-hand side. Roovers will bring it around, kick it out to Janaea. Over to Chandler. Again, Hansen is in for Voss right now. Roovers pulls it back out. 14 seconds on the shot clock. 3:04 on the game clock. Roovers drives in. Kicks it into Chandler, and they're going to call a travel. So T-Area inbounds the ball, 45-38. I think you can probably hear the Vermillion crowds right behind us. And so here's Babb. Babb over to Clayberg. Clayberg decided not to take it in. Gets it back out to Maya Weber. Back to Babb. They get it down low to Grant. Grant can't quite handle the pass, but they get it into, wow, floater up and good. And fouled. It's back to a 9-point lead. And the foul was on Casey Hansen. That's her first personal. So Babb at the line looking to make it a 10-point lead again. That free throw is up and good. Roovers gets the ball across midcourt. 2:33 to go on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. T-Area 48, Vermillion 38. Chandler Cleveland over to Hansen on the right-hand side. Hansen guarded by Clayberg. Babb is all over Roovers. Roovers with the floater up and in. Yeah, no foul called on that one at all. Taylor just bowled her way in, and that's fine. If they're going to let us get the basket, that'll be cool. Here's Vasika. Vasika kicks it back out. Oh, that does end up in the hands of Clayberg. Almost stolen by Roovers, though. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Grant gets it into Babb, and that is blocked by Roovers. And they're going to call a foul. And that foul's going to be on, I couldn't see, that's going to be on Babb. That'll be Babb's first personal. Third team foul. So 48-40 with 1:53 to go here in the third quarter. Vermillion looking to cut it back down. It was down to a 2-point lead at one point. They had 3 chances to tie or take the lead. They were unable to break that seal. And here's Chandler Cleveland. Over to Jensen. Jensen gets it down low to Hansen. Hansen fouled on the shot, and she makes it. So Hansen going for the old-fashioned 3-point play. And that foul is on Maya Weber, number 2, her second personal. And Hansen at the line to shoot the old-fashioned and 1. 3-point play, sorry. And that's going to be off the back iron. Rebounded by Clayberg. Free throws are coming to bite Vermillion in again a little bit. Not as bad, but right now they are they're shooting 73% from the 3-point land. I have them a little bit lower. I have them at 67%. Don't think it's been updated. Here's Vasika out at the 3-point line. Gets it over to Babb. Babb gets it down low to Grant, up and in. And that's what fouls will do. You're afraid to play really tough defense because they are calling everything. And I think that's why Vermillion might want to start pushing it down low just a little bit, because these officials seem to be interested in calling those fouls down low. So back to an 8-point lead for T area with 52 seconds to go. Oh, that pass from Chandler too high for Casey Hansen. That'll turn it back over to Vermillion, or to T area. So 49.7 seconds to go in the game, 35 on the shot clock, 14-second difference. Katie Vasika will bring the ball up. Brooklyn Voss is checked in for Brooke Jensen. Here's Katie Vasika, the SDSU commit. Gets it over to Babb. Babb gets it down low to Grant. Back out to Babb. Here's Hayden West. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Here's a jumper, no good. Rebound by Brooklyn Voss. All right, shot clock is off. 20 seconds to go in this quarter. Vermillion trails 50-42. They'll play for the final shot here. 10 seconds to go. Taylor Roovers up top, guarded by J.C. Babb. She'll drive in, kicks it out to Chandler Cleveland. Cleveland for 3. Chandler Cleveland hits that 3 with no time remaining in the third quarter. Vermillion trails 50-45. With T area in the lead. We'll be back after these messages on ESPN Radio and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
To $13,500 off MSRP.
If you're thinking about a new truck, you can now save up to $13,500 off new select Sierra 1500s with approved credit.
Come to Jerry's new Chevys and GMCs, Beersford and Vermillion. I'm Sam.
And I'm Drew. We have a great selection of new Silverados, Sierras, Colorados, Canyons,
Traverses, and Terrains. You can drive a new Chevy Trax for only $23,990.
It's a great vehicle that gets good gas mileage and affordable to own. We have new vehicles coming in every week, so if we don't have exactly what you want, we'll get it for you. You can see our entire new and used inventory at jerryscars.com.
Look, every new car dealer pays the same money for new vehicles.
Because our overhead is so much lower, we can sell a new vehicle for less money.
Plus, we really need your nice used vehicle, so you'll get more for your trade-in.
Jerry's new Chevys and GMCs, Beersford and Vermillion.
Better prices, better experience, guaranteed.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dacotah National Bank. Well, it is go time. 8 minutes until we have a champion. 50-45, Vermillion trails T area on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Midwest Ready Mix for all of your concrete needs. And again, this is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dacotah National Bank. And they are not sure what the official is wondering. They've set the ball here. I think Vermillion has 1 too many. And I feel better that I thought there was a scoring error, and it looks like there is. Vermillion should only be 50-44. they gave credit for a free throw on Janae's that neither one hit. And so they had given her a point, though, because all of a sudden it said 38 instead of 37. So 50-44. So that, yes, it was the free throw before the timeout got credited, and it was actually missed. So 8 minutes to go. Vermillion trailing by 6. So here we go. In there for Vermillion, it's Roovers, Voss, Cleveland, and Jensen. For T area, it's West, Babb, Grant, Claybert, and Vasika. Grant with the ball gets it out to West at the top of the key. West gets it over to Babb. Here's Vasika, guarded by Janaea Cleveland. Vasika kicks it out to Clayberg. Clayberg for 3, that'll be short. That rebound will, be off of Janaea. I don't know if she hadn't dove for it. I think it would have been off of T, or it would have gone our way. Nobody else was over there, unfortunately. But, you know, you also don't want to just assume things. So there's a 3-point attempt for Babb, no good. Rebound there. And then they knock it off of Janaea Cleveland. So back into T area. So this is where the rebounding and the possessions are becoming an issue. 7:24 to go. But again, only losing 2 points and not playing a great third quarter. Vermillion has to feel pretty. It feels like there's a really good chance here for Vermillion. Katie Vasika gets the ball out to Grant. Grant will drive in, gets it over to Babb, and that is off of T area. That will go back to Vermillion. Finally, one goes our way. All right, 7:08 to go on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. This T area team is playing quick, playing tough, and Vermillion's doing everything they can to keep their head above water. Here's a timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance. We'll take one as well. Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard shows 50-44 with 7:08 to go on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. And Murph's Appliance timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion.
Safe means you're sort of protecting yourself. My mom and dad told me how to be safe. It's like super duper important. Hold a grown-up's hands. Put a helmet on because you might hurt your head super duper bad.
Protect their future by protecting yours with your local State Farm agent, Dick Sunday. Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete, and with the 6-wheel drive and low-range transfer case, they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is teaming up with Clark's Rentals in Yankton, bringing you a wide range of hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more to get the job done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment for all your concrete needs, and Clark's Rentals, your rental equipment headquarters.
Na 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 na. All land of 1,000 dances. 7:07 to go. As Vermillion brings up the ball here at the Dacotah Bank Center State 8 championship game, it is everything we were hoping it would be. Taylor Roovers for 3, and that will be short, bouncing off the front iron. Rebound, Katie Vasika. Man, it looked good. It was just probably about 5 inches too short. And here is Clayberg. Clayberg gets the ball out to West. Vasika at the elbow, over to Babb, and here's West for 3. No good. Rebound, Brooke Jensen. Brooke with the ball. Brooke has yet to take a shot tonight. Be great if Brooke could maybe break out just a little bit. But she's also been in foul trouble. That makes it tough. Janaea Cleveland on the left-hand side, over to Voss. Back over to Roovers. Roovers gets it down to Chandler. Chandler up and in. Chandler Cleveland now has 16 points on the night. 18 points on the night. Stat sheet's a little behind. Here's Vasika with Vermillion trailing by 4. Grant, long jumper, that's gonna be short. The rebound by Vasika though. Blocked by Voss! Blocked by Voss! You don't see Katie Vasika get blocked too often. Brooklyn Voss for 3, leaves it short. We were talking about following the shot. She might have had a chance at the rebound. Oh, Vasika lost control there, goes up. Another block by Voss. And that's going to be out of bounds off of T area. Brooklyn Voss is going to Briar Cliff as on a volleyball scholarship, and you can see that athleticism on these last two blocks against Katie Vasika. There aren't too many people in this state who are going to get those blocks, but Brooklyn Voss, with her length and her athletic ability, is able to. So Vermillion down 50-46, 5:33 to go. This T area team is tough. Holy moly. And here's Chandler Cleveland over to Voss. Voss thought about the three, didn't take it. Kicks it back out to Chandler. Chandler drives in, up with the right hand, and good. Makes it 50-48. Chandler Cleveland with 20 points tonight. 5:06 to go. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, Chandler Cleveland with 20 points tonight. And that is a timeout. And we'll take a timeout as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion.
Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Great googly-moogling. Gosh almighty, we've got ourselves a game. 50-48 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. And yes, Dallas Heckens, you were right. It was not a one-point shot. I didn't have it down, but they had it on the scoreboard, so I appreciate you pointing that out. 5:02 to go on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. 50-48, Vermillion trails T area. T area is a great team. We'll see what we have going on here. As you have Clayburg down low to Grant. Grant, how that wasn't a travel, I'm not quite sure, but they did not call it. Here's Babb kicks it out to West. West on the elbow, 4:40 to go, 5 seconds on the shot clock. West needs to, and that is a shot clock violation caused by another Brooklyn Voss block. That is 3 blocks in 2 minutes for the senior Brooklyn Voss. And here's a full timeout taken by T area. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. Over 20 years, locally owned and operated, serving the appliance needs of the Vermillion area and their customers. Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, 50-48. We'll be right back.
Need a new set of tires? Look to Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford. How about some accessories like WeatherTech floor mats, Access roll-up truck covers, bed liners, remote car starters, and thousands of other products. Hey, you can look at everything at your convenience online too at carlsonsbodyshop.com. No wonder the song says,
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Welcome back to the Dacotah Bank Center. And you know what, Brock Voss, that is your sister, and she is playing one heck of a game. It's her final game in a uniform for the Tanagers, and you know what, she is doing amazing. Be proud of her, Brock, be proud. All right, 50-48 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Vermillion Tanager Girls, they've been down by as many as 11, down by 10. They have it within 2. Vermillion has possession. Now they've had 3 other opportunities here in the second half to either tie or take the lead. Let's see if this 4th time is the charm. Janaea Cleveland inbounds the ball to Taylor Roovers. Roovers bringing the ball up. Guarded by West, gets it over to Casey Hansen. Down to Chandler Cleveland, out to Janaea Cleveland. So Voss is getting a breather right now. Roovers gets it over to Jensen. Jensen, unable to connect, but that rebound is into the hands of Mara Grant. Gets it over to Katie Vasika. So 50-48, Vermillion trails. Grant down low, loses it, and rebound, or whatever it is, to Taylor Roovers. Wow, a lot of contact with no call. And it should have been a charge like Coach Jared just said. People get on me for doing things against the refs, but it probably should have been a charge. Chandler Cleveland on the elbow. Casey Hansen for 3. Yes! Casey Hansen Hansen for three. Vermillion has taken the lead. First time since the first quarter. Katie Vasika kicks it out to Hayden West. Down to Grant on the elbow. Grant kicks it in. JC Babb. JC Babb takes it to the lane, and she has 10 points. JC Babb. She is the fourth player for T area in double figures. And Chandler Cleveland out to Hansen for three. Yes! Yes! Casey Hansen with another three makes it 54 to 52. 54. We've got ourselves a game, folks. I hope you're watching. I hope you're listening, because if you're not, you're missing a great one. Babb for three. No. Rebound, Janaea Cleveland. All right, 2:46 to go. This is what state basketball is about, folks. Oh my God, two great teams. Great players making great plays. Chandler Cleveland turnaround jumper, no good, but she gets her own rebound up and is blocked by Vasika. 54, 52, 2:28 to go. Vasika, she has not exerted herself yet. She has 14 points though, effortless 14 points. Great player at SSU, stolen away by Roovers. Hayden West could not handle the pass, was not expecting it, I don't think. And she was cutting, and here's gonna be a timeout brought by Coach John Brooks for Vermillion. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance. Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. It's a 30-second timeout, so I tell you what, Jeff, if you're listening, we have gotten through the ads once, so I'm gonna keep it here because I do not wanna miss anything. Well, let's do a little recap. Again, this timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. 20 years they've been locally owned and locally operated, serving the Vermillion customers and their appliance needs. Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, Vermillion 54, T area 52 with 2:11 to go. Vermillion has 2 timeouts left. T area has 3 timeouts left. Neither team has committed a foul this quarter, so we're not anywhere near the bonus where you're gonna start fouling just to get them to the line. On the court right now for Vermillion, it's Casey Hansen, Taylor Roovers, Janaea Cleveland, Chandler Cleveland, and Brooke Jensen. For T area, it's Hayden West, JC Babb, who has now scored 10 points, Mara Grant, who has 16. Reese Hammerquist has checked in. And Katie Vasika. So Brooklyn Voss has checked in. Janaea Cleveland has checked out. Voss gets it down low to Jensen. Jensen in the paint. Passes it around. Unable to connect. Into the hands of Babb. Babb brings it down the left-hand side. Gets it over to Vasika. Vasika drives in. Up with the right hand. Up and no good. Rebound, Brooke Jensen. Into the hands of Taylor Roovers. 1:46 to go. And there is a foul. I believe they're calling a foul on Babb. Will that be on Babb? That'll be Babb's second personal, first team foul of the quarter. So again, Vermillion leads now. First time since the first quarter, 54 to 52. T area putting on a bit of a press. Taylor Roovers gets past West, over to Brooklyn Voss. Thought about the three, didn't take the three. Gets it over to Roovers. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Down to Chandler, over to Voss. Voss guarded by Vasika, gets it back to Chandler on the elbow. Down to Brooke Jensen. Brooke Jensen hits her first field goal, first points of the game. And here's another timeout taken. And this is a full timeout, so we'll take a quick 30-second timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dacotah Center. I am Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley and Lori Jared, and we've got what's called a game. 56 to 52 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Again, to my T area people that are watching, my God, your team is good. To my Tanager people watching, my God, your team is good. This is what a championship game is supposed to be. Great players, great plays. Oh, so what we have on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, a minute 24 to go. That timeout was brought to you by Murph's Appliance. Buckle your seatbelts, everybody. We are in for a ride. All right, so T area has the ball. Ellie Clayberg will check in. They have Reese Hammerquist listed, but it's Ellie Clayberg that's out there. So here's Clayberg. Gets it over to Babb. Out to West. West for three. No good. In and out. Rebound, Brooke Jensen. Jensen just got her first points of the night. She now has 4 rebounds on the night. And there's going to be a foul on Hayden West. Hayden West. Hayden West with her 4th personal. That's Hayden West's 4th personal. That is huge. She is a great defensive player and a great offensive player as well. So that is the 2nd team foul. And is this another timeout? It's a 30-second timeout, so we're not going anywhere, folks. That leaves T area.
Shot clock starts over. Shot clock starts over.
So 56-52, Vermillion leads. 59.5 seconds to go. If you were wondering if this was going to be a good game, wonder no more. Oh my God, great googly muggly. I got nothing to say. I should have something prepared, but you know what? I don't. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I am loving it. I hope Vermillion wins. I mean, I do. But they cannot be ashamed with the way they played. T area cannot be ashamed with the way they played. Good basketball, clean basketball, well-played basketball by 2 great teams. Katie Vasika heading off to SDSU. Mara Grant heading to Dort. Brooke Jensen committed to Augustana. Brooklyn Voss signed with Briar Cliff to play volleyball. Out there for Vermillion, it's Casey Hansen. Casey Hansen, Janaea Cleveland, Brooke Jensen, Brooklyn Voss. Oh, there's Taylor Roovers. And so Casey Hansen inbound, gets it into Roovers. Out there for T area. It is Babb, West, Grant, Clayberg, and Vasika. That's their 3rd team foul, but I believe that was on Babb. That is her 3rd personal. So it looks like they're going to start fouling. And here's Roovers. Maybe they won't foul right away. They get it into the hands of Brooklyn Voss. Voss back to Roovers. 27 seconds on the shot clock. 20-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. That'll be Babb's 4th personal. So Vermillion is up. 56-52, 45.2 seconds remaining. So Vermillion to inbound the ball. Here is Hansen. Remember, Vermillion has just 1 timeout left, so these inbounds are important. Hansen gets it out long to Roovers. Babb almost intercepted it, though. That could have been dangerous. And Babb is going to commit her 5th personal, and she will now be out. Janaea Cleveland checks in. 39.9 seconds to go. Taylor Roovers going to the line to shoot 2. So checking in for Babb will be Maya Weber will be, no, not Maya Weber, sorry. Anna Bindi will be checking in. So it's now West, Bindi, Grant, Clayberg, and Vasika for T area. First free throw from Roovers. Ooh, off the back iron. You'd love for her to hit this one, though, make it a 5-point game. Both would have been great, get to 6 points, but here you still need 2 possessions, and one of them being a 3-pointer. Second free throw for Roovers is up, and that one is good. That 8th grader is cold as ice. 37 seconds to go. Vermillion with a 5-point lead. 3-pointer by Vasika, no good. Grant can't control the rebound, and that is out of bounds off of T area. Might have been a makeup call for one that we know wasn't off us before, but Vermillion will inbound the ball. Casey Hansen checks in. Janaea Cleveland checks out. Vermillion is 30.5 seconds away. 30.5 seconds away from a championship, people. Yes! I got the Vermillion crowd behind me. 30.5 seconds. Casey Hansen to inbound. Gets it into Roovers. Roovers guarded there by Bindi and fouled by Bindi. That'll be Bindi's second personal. Second personal for Bindi. And so Roovers will go to the line to shoot 2. 5-point lead. If she can hit both of these, it becomes a 3-possession game with 29.6 seconds left. That first free throw is up. That's a 6-point lead for this Tanager team. It's 2 possessions with 2 3-pointers. Checking out is Hammerquist. Checking in is Grant. So it's Vasika, Grant, Bindi, Clayberg, and West. Roovers looking to make it a 7-point lead, and she does! Roovers makes it 7-point lead. That is a 3-possession game. 29.6 seconds to go. Vasika with the ball. She drives in, goes up with the right hand, up and in. And Janaea Cleveland is fouled with 21.7 seconds. It's 59-54. Vermillion with the lead. Janaea Cleveland will go to the line to shoot 2. 5-point lead for Vermillion. Hitting both of these would be awesome. Hitting one would be great. So Hammerquist in, Bindi in, Vasika, Grant, and West. First free throw for Janaea, no good. Janaea Cleveland 0 for 3 from the line. Boy, she'd love to make it 1 for 4 right here. Brooke Jensen back deep with Reese Hammerquist. Janaea Cleveland, free throw is up. Oh, and that one is no good as well. There's Vasika into Grant. Grant has the ball, and there's a long 3 from Bindi, no good. Rebound Brooke Jensen, 9.6 seconds to go. And Vermillion, Brooke Jensen will go to the line to shoot 2. Vermillion's up 59-54. The Vermillion fans are starting to feel it. Brooke Jensen at the line. It has not been her best night, but she can seal the deal here. First free throw from Brooke is up and no good, just short. Again, a make here makes it 2-possession game with 3-pointers for both. Jensen, free throw is up, and that is good! That is good! Vermillion! Oh, that is stolen away by Janaea Cleveland! Vermillion's gonna win! Vermillion's gonna win! For the first time since 2007, the Tanagers have won the state championship! The Tanagers win! Tanagers win! Great God Almighty! The Tanagers win! Oh, they're gonna kill me! They're gonna kill me! Oh my God! Oh, I hope you got to see this. Thank goodness. Oh, I love this Tanager team. They can't make it easy, though. They just can't make it easy. Oh, heavens to Betsy. This is amazing. We're going to keep it here for the medals being distributed. We're doing a Facebook Live. We're going to do a Facebook Live. I want you to see the crowd behind me. This is the Tanager crowd. Take a look at them. That is our Tanager crowd, everybody. And you know what else you want to see? Those are our Tanagers right there. So, I hope you've enjoyed the stream. We're going to keep it here. Hopefully Coach Brooks is able to make it over. Would love it if he could. But if he can't, I understand. He's got obligations. He's kind of a big deal now. His first state championship. And next to me, I have Coach Lori Jarrett, who was part of the coaching staff for the last state championship. So she said she's as excited now as she was then. So we're going to keep it here. ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. proud to be the voice of the Vermillion Tanagers, proud to be at every one of these state championship games, broadcasting for your Vermillion Tanagers. We started the season broadcasting. We have broadcast in some form every single Vermillion Tanager game, whether it was radio only due to streaming, not being allowed to stream, or streaming. We have broadcast every Tanager game, boys and girls, all season long, on the road, at home, here at State, and we are proud to do that for you. And I hope you have enjoyed our broadcasts all season long. This is the best way to end a season. And you know, you feel bad for those T-area Titans. You can see the seniors. Coach Jared and I were just talking about North Carolina and Duke, how tough it is to beat a team, a good team, 3 times. Well, T-area, if you start from last postseason till now, had beaten Vermillion twice. Double overtime last year in the regional championship. 9 points this year, earlier in the regular season. Beating a team 3 times is tough, and I said this team is different with Casey Hansen, and Hansen made a big difference in this game. Brooke Jensen, and she'll admit it, her mom will admit it, did not have a great game, but she came through big here in the end defensively and rebounding. A lot of those rebounds at the end were Brooke Jensen's. And so we will keep it on. We will keep it on them as they present the medals. They'll be presenting the medals here in center court, so we will bring that here even as the T area is receiving theirs. So we will keep it on center court as T area will be the first to receive their medals, and then Vermillion will receive theirs. What a great way for these seniors to go out. And not just Brooklyn Voss, not just Janaea Cleveland, not just Chandler Cleveland, and not just Taylor Barta. Those are the names you hear a lot. But Mackenzie Richardson and Bailey Baylor, as you heard Coach Brooks say, they are vital. They were vital to this team. Scout team, defensive pressure during practice. It's not always just the players you see on the court that are the ones that contribute. It's everybody. And so those 6 seniors get to go out on top after 2 years of heartbreak in the SODAC 16 in Pierre against St. Thomas More. Last year in the regional championship against this T-Area Titans team. They finally get to break through as the T-Area Titans are receiving their medals. Congratulations to them on a great season. Coming up just short, they gave Vermillion everything they could handle and more, honestly. At no time did I have confidence in this victory during this game because it felt like T-Area was ready to break out at any moment. Did I want the Tanagers to win? Yes. Did I come into the day thinking they would win? I really did. I had a feeling that they would. But I tell you, this game was so tight. I love tight games like this. There's Katie Vasika, one of the greatest players in the state of South Dakota. Going to SDSU in the fall to be a jackrabbit. I wish she'd be a coyote, but she decided not to. We can probably always talk to her about transferring, and that would be fine. We'll take her as a sophomore, right? And there is just a great team. Katie Vasika getting a hug from her coach, Adam Shorsman. They cannot hang their heads. They played so well this season. They've played so well in this state tournament. Just so hard to win a state championship. It really is. Vermillion came in as the 4th seed. This state Class A tournament was stacked from top to bottom. When Mount Vernon Plankinton is your 8th seed, you know you've got a heck of a tournament on your hands. You had Sisseton, you had Sioux Falls Christian, you had T-Area, you had Vermillion, you had Makpia Luta, you know, just so many great teams that Flandreau, sorry, I was blanking on the 3rd seed. You had Flandreau and Mount Vernon Plankinton and just so many, and Hanson. It was going to be a tough path for anyone to win this championship. All right, so now on the screen, you see your Vermillion Tanagers, and you hear your Tanager fans in the background as they are going to be presenting their medals. First up, Casey Hansen receiving her medal. Julisse Shaw, and she'll be back next year. She and Casey Hansen are going to present a great backcourt. Kaylee Barta, defensive specialist, great player off the bench. Lexi Hansen, one of the 8th graders playing on this team on the varsity level. Taylor Roovers, ice water in her veins when she's at the free throw line at the end of a game. Maya Halverson, great bench player, one of those, she'll be here next year. Brooklyn Voss, great senior, going to Briar Cliff to play volleyball. Janaea Cleveland, defensive specialist, almost 4 steals per game. Bailey Baylor, one of those solid bench seniors. Mackenzie Richardson, another great senior. Chandler Cleveland, great senior, leading scorer for the team tonight. Brooke Jensen, Augustana commit. Madigan Wallen, another great bench player for this team. Kristen Moser, student manager. Mr. Peterson, another student manager for this team. And there's the young Brooks. And Coach John Brooks now receiving his medal. To the round of applause from the Tanager fans. And there's the state championship trophy. And there's the rush of the team. Don't drop it, don't drop it. That's the only thing you ask. Brooke Jensen has it in her hands. And she's like, oh, it's heavy. Well, they don't make them light. They want them to last. They want those to be in a trophy case 50 years from now, 60 years from now. The teams remember as people look back and say, the Tanagers won in 2024. Congratulations to this Vermillion Tanager team. Again, hopefully getting to talk with Coach Brooks as they line up for the team photo. Again, 4 o'clock tomorrow at the school will be the welcome home for this Tanager squad. We'll have to talk to A.D. Huska, see if we can get the huddle camera. Maybe we can do a little bit of a broadcast there. Otherwise, we'll set up the camera. We'll take something and bring that to you. If you can't be in Vermillion at 4 o'clock, hopefully you can join us on Vermillion streaming on YouTube. We will hopefully be able to bring that to you. We did that last year for the Yankton Bucks when they won the state championship. Not here on Vermillion streaming, but we did it on 5-star streaming. So again, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon in Vermillion at the school will be the welcome home for this Vermillion Tanager team. So they're announcing the all tournament team. It's Katie Vasika of T area. Mara Grant. Taylor Roovers of Vermillion. That's not a shock. Chandler Cleveland. She had herself a tournament, babe. She was amazing. Horace Grant. And then Loniger of Sisseton. I don't know if some of them are still here. And then Chloe Loniger of Sisseton. Two great big people, big players. And they are both here, I believe. There's Krista.
Avery Rice, SSC.
And Avery Wright from Sioux Falls Christian. Then a Flandreau commit coming in. And what was her name?
Lily something.
Lily from Flandreau. She's going to Northern, Coach Jared said. Yeah, Ashlyn Carlo Blunt of Makpia Luta, just a sophomore. She is going to be a great player. Krista Loniger and Ashlyn Carlo Blunt, you're going to hear from both of them. Lily Klein is the senior going from Flandreau, going to Regan Russ from Mount Vernon Plankinton. And Emily Fox of Mount Vernon Plankinton. That is your all-conference team. The thing with Vermillion, they are such a team. They don't have those individual stars. So, I mean, you'd normally see maybe a school have a bunch more players out there than that win the championship, but no one player stands out for Vermillion. It's Roovers, it's Chandler. But yeah, just a great great all-around team effort from this Tanager team. Again, hoping to get a chance to talk with Coach Brooks afterwards. Again, talked with him, not sure if we're going to get that opportunity. But if we don't, that's okay. So let's take a look at other results from around the state today, brought to you by the Vermillion Medical Clinic. Did not get a chance to do that at halftime with the Spirit of Sioux and the Spirit of Six Awards. So Vermillion Medical Clinic, I encourage you, maybe go sprain your ankle and then go to the Vermillion Medical Clinic. Tell them Mike sent you, said he didn't give you enough credit, so you need to go there when you sprain your ankle. So they're lining up for their photo. But big story in Class A, Vermillion Tanagers, state champions. In Mount Vernon Plankinton defeated Hanson in the 7th place game. Flandreau defeated Makpia Luta 56-41 in the 5th place game. In the 3rd place game, Sisseton defeated Sioux Falls Christian. And then yes, here in the championship, Vermillion defeats T-Area 60-54. In Class AA, Spearfish defeated Rapid City Stevens for 7th place. For 5th place, Pierre defeated Mitchell 48-47. For 3rd, Sioux Falls Jefferson defeated Harrisburg 44-40. And in the championship game, O'Gorman defeated Brandon Valley 55-42. Over on 5-Star Streaming, you can catch the stream of Centerville versus Arlington. I don't know, is that accurate? Holy moly. Right now it shows Centerville leads Arlington 40-17 in the 3rd quarter. You can watch that. Zach Spears on the call for on 5-Star Streaming for Centerville Tornadoes basketball at the State B Championship. Hopefully you can see this, a mass of humanity for the Vermillion Tanagers, as this Tanager team is so happy, just ecstatic. Just a great team victory. I don't know how much more you can say that, but in Class B, 7th place game, James Valley Christian defeated Warner 56-50. Wall defeated Harding County 60-51. Ethan defeated Lyman 67-42. And again, Centerville leads Arlington 40-17. I was not expecting to hear that score or see that score. So that's your look from around the state. And then in Nebraska, they had their first championship games and 3rd place games today. Let's take a look in Nebraska. In Class A, Bellevue West defeated Millard North. In Class B, Omaha Scott Catholic defeated Norris. In C1, Wahoo defeated Auburn for the championship. For 3rd place, Omaha Concordia defeated Ashland Greenwood 59-44. In Class C2, Cross County defeated Norfolk Catholic for the 3rd place, and Amherst in overtime defeated Lincoln Lutheran 59-54 for the championship. In D1, Johnson Brock defeated Ainsworth 52-45 for the championship. In the 3rd place game, Guardian Angels Central Catholic defeated Plainview 49-42. Again, in the 3rd place game, brought to you by Joe Van Gore on Classic Hits, Wynot defeated Sumner Eddyville Miller 71-47. And Shelton leads Maywood Hayes Center 39-33 with 1 minute to go in the 3rd. Well, we're going to take a timeout, and then we're going to discuss this game. We're going to go over some stats, and I'm still hoping Coach Brooks can make a stop over here. We'll see, though. But we'll.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new...
Here on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student looking to rent an apartment, Dacotah Realty and Property Management can fit your needs. Being locally owned and with over 150 years of combined experience, they are the experts at helping you find your new home. Go to Dacotah Realty and Property Management because they like what they do. Dacotah Realty is a proud supporter of Vermillion Athletics. Dacotah Realty and Property Management, located at 125 East Cherry Street, Vermillion.
The first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Interior technicians.
I'm ready for my big role, Jerry.
What do you mean?
You said I'd be in your next 30 commercials.
No. I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning experience. You know, like offices, so they can ensure happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
So the shoot's in an office? I can make that work.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
Welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley, where the Vermillion Tanagers win 60-54. Never a doubt. Well, I'm not going to say never a doubt in my mind, but I had confidence. We wouldn't have made it all the way out here if we thought, they're not going to win. We would have. We would have been out here to cover them. But I kind of had a feeling. I had a feeling coming into this they were playing well. Wanted to make sure we were here to bring you all of this action. I didn't do any podcasts beforehand with my predictions, but I would have predicted the Tanager win. I really felt like they had a great team coming in, and they had really taken it to another level with Casey Hansen playing. I'm going to see if I can get Coach Jared on here for just a second. May I borrow that headset? Coach, are you willing to join me on the air for a little bit? You've been through this before. It's a perspective I don't have. And I had people clamoring to hear from Coach Jared on the stream, so we'll bring that a little closer into your mouth there. All right, Coach, you were just saying that you don't remember much from the 07 when you guys won. But you're getting a perspective here, just seeing the mass of humanity. What do you remember of your feelings from that victory those years ago?
Oh, it was totally overwhelming. Something you just dream of. And getting to watch all these guys after this is really cool because I just remember a big blur after we won. Everything seemed to go so quickly. And now things are moving slowly, and you get to watch everybody and see the jubilance in everybody. It's just fun.
So you were just commenting about the way Coach Brooks is able to make adjustments. What did you see out there that you see? Because, you know, we were behind every step of the way. First quarter, behind by 7. At half, down 4. Down 6 at the end of 3. What did you see that allowed us to not only take that 6-point deficit, but make it a 6-point margin of victory in the end?
Well, early in the fourth quarter, even in the end of the third quarter, he made a great defensive adjustment by taking a player that wasn't contributing much offensively with T and we just took that person that was guarding her, put him back in the middle of the lane, and that person was able to help on defense. We got some traps that way. It really helped us out a lot.
And so you seem to marvel a little bit at not Coach Taylor Rivers, but Taylor Rivers. But she is like a coach out on that court.
She's awesome. For an 8th grader, it's quite unbelievable. The poise that she has out there, the leadership that she has out there, she can do it all. She can drive, she sees the open person, she can take that 3. She's the real deal. Look out, world. We got one great ball player to watch for the future.
She really is. And now this team has quite a bit coming back. Yes, they lose a lot of seniors, but Brooke Jensen coming back, Taylor Rivers coming back, Casey Hansen, Julisse Shaw, hopefully, is able to return to form. There's a lot of talent on this team, plus a lot of 8th graders and freshmen coming up. What do you see as the future for this Tanager team?
I see very similar to what we have right now. I think the play will be, like I said, very similar. We'll be very quick. We'll be able to move the ball. You'll have Brooke down low. She can shoot the 3. She can play inside. Of course, you got Taylor. We'll be good. We'll be good.
All right. And now, March is National Women's Month. You've been involved in women's sports for a long time. What do you see as the state of girls basketball in South Dakota?
Well, I got to tell you, I think Caitlin Clark is a big part of that. People have really come around to watching girls basketball, and I think she was the driving force with that. She's so awesome on and off the court. And you look at the stands compared to what they were years ago. We fill the stands quite often. People want to watch girls basketball. And when you watch this tournament, you will know there isn't a girl out there that wouldn't dive like crazy to get a loose ball. They play just as aggressively, if not more, than any male does, and they're really fun to watch.
Well, I think what did you like being here on this side of the on the table, just getting to watch it though? Was it kind of fun?
It was a lot of fun and a lot less pressure, even though I think I was just about as nervous as I was when I was coaching. But
it's hard not to be. You feel invested in these players. I've put no time in, but I've had a chance to talk with almost all of them at some point, and you want to see them succeed. I got to tell you, Brooklyn Voss, we talked about how the struggles the first 2 games of this state tournament, getting into foul trouble. And she got into some early foul trouble, but she contributed so mightily. She had 2 significant points. Those early 3-pointers, that led to 6 points for her. And those, honestly, she ended up with 8 points total. And, they only have her down for 1 block, but I had her down for 3. Exactly. I was going to say, I had her down for 3 in a span of about 2 minutes that were significant. 1 on Grant and I think 2 on Vasika. And I think Vasika was almost a little in shock because I don't know that she gets her shot blocked too often.
No, I got to tell you, the thing I love about Brooklyn Voss is that she never lets down, ever. Even when she's in foul trouble, she will never go down and just stand there and put her arms up. She's going to jump and try to get in their face every time. And that's the way you have to be a good defensive player. You can't play scared, and she doesn't.
And you can tell, you can see her athleticism, and you can see the volleyball player in her on those blocks because she elevates straight up and down, and it's like a spike. There's that in-your-face element to it, and it's going to be great to see how she does at Briar Cliff, continuing her career. I don't know what Janaea and Chandler have in their futures for college, but whatever they're going to do, it's going to be amazing. And same with Taylor Barta.
I believe that Janaea is going to play soccer. I'm not sure where, and I think Chandler is going to play softball.
And I thought
they will excel.
I think they will, and I think that's what I had heard. So I wasn't quite sure. I think Janaea is looking at some GPAC schools, NAIA schools for soccer, and Chandler, I'm going to get to cover her for softball coming up. I mean, that starts like March 25th, so that's we'll enjoy this for a little while. But they're going to I think they're getting ready to cut down the nets. Maybe, yep, they're cutting down the nets over there. We'll try to, if we can zoom in. If we could zoom in on the net cutting. And so we'll keep that on the screen for you. as we'll talk a little bit. Here's some of the stats. Well, first we'll talk about T area. And I don't know that we can talk enough about T area either. They gave Vermillion everything they could handle.
They did. I mean, Vasika is obviously one of the best players in the state. She's smooth. She can jump. She can shoot the three. She's a point guard at 6'1". Very good player.
And she can create. She creates on her own, and it's pretty amazing. And so she was for T area. She was the leading scorer with 16 points, tied with Mara Grant. They both had 16 points, 10 points each for Ellie Clayberg and J.C. Babb. And it really was those four players. Also, Anna Bindi had 2, but it was those 4 players that scored everything for T area. Now, I told you, they were out-rebounding us pretty significantly in the first half. They only ended up out-rebounding us by 3, and I think that was a significant difference in the second half. We were getting some second chance points. They weren't automatically getting second chances on their offensive end, and I think that led to that momentum shift in the fourth quarter.
Yep, that and a few blocks down there really made a big difference. And I will say that Janaea Cleveland did such a fantastic job guarding Vasika, because she could easily score 35 points a game. And holding her to 16 is pretty great.
Well, it really is, because, she had not been scoring. That was kind of what she was scoring in the first 2 games of the state tournament, except in those 2 games, she was in foul trouble. She wasn't in foul trouble at all tonight. She only had, she had no fouls tonight. So that was Katie Vasika really unleashed. She wasn't hindered by foul trouble. She wasn't limited in minutes by foul trouble. Honestly, she played all 32. So you're right. It should not be underestimated and underrepresented what Janaea did. And we've known it all along how great Janaea is as a defensive player, but I think the rest of the state got to see it tonight.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
She is. And just this entire team, again, everyone filled. Whenever I was talking to Coach Brooks, it always felt like I was describing a player as kind of like a Swiss Army knife, but it was for every player. No player is just, they're this scorer and that's all they do, or they're just defense. They are able to do everything. Each player kind of is able to step up whenever needed. And so they're cutting down the nets over here. Madigan Wallen at the basket. And so, and that's what this team does. Whereas like a T, you have Katie Vasika, then you have Mara Grant, and then you have everybody else. Vermillion just plugged holes wherever it was needed and at whatever times. Like a Brooklyn Voss. You need a block, I'm going to give you a block. You need rebounding, Brooke Jensen, we're going to rebound. Brooke wasn't contributing offensively like she normally does tonight. But what she ended up doing, she adjusted, made some defensive plays, made some great rebounds, and ripped down rebounds. Not just, it fell into her hands. She went and got the rebounds. And those were huge there towards the end.
Yeah, she did a great job. She's a leader out there, too. I just think that with our team, we have 8 very solid players, 8 to 9, and when 2 of them might not be playing well offensively, 2 other people step up. So they just fill in the gaps.
They really do. They really do. So we'll talk about the offense here for Vermillion. They were led in scoring by Chandler Cleveland. Again, 20 points. You wouldn't know she got 20 points just because it's such, I hate to say Horace Grant, but just quiet. And it's those putbacks. It's those little down-low layups. Nothing major. It's not like she's draining 3 threes in a row or anything like that. It was just 4 points in this quarter, 5 points in that quarter. She just contributes and is steady Eddie out there. And then also contributing Taylor Roovers, a quiet 15. I would not have guessed she had 15 points. I mean, you knew she was contributing, you knew she was doing well, but 15 points for Taylor Roovers and 12 for Casey Hansen. There again, I hate to say a quiet 12, but if you had just asked me, I would not have been able to say, okay, these are the way these players scored. I had no idea Casey Hansen had 12 points in the game. And that's probably some sort of detriment. That's probably some sort of indictment of me as an announcer for not knowing that. But to have those 3 players, and then Brooklyn Voss with her 8. 3 points for Brooke Jensen, 2 for Janaea Cleveland. Rebounding, you had 5 for Roovers, 3 for Voss, 3 for Janaea, 3 for Chandler, 5 for Brooke, and 1 for Casey. 6 assists for Taylor Roovers, 3 for Brooklyn Voss, 2 for Chandler Cleveland, and 2 for Brooke Jensen. And again, they have Brooklyn Voss for 1 block. I had her for 3. A definitive 3 within 2 minutes there. I didn't have her down for any other ones, but I had her for 3 there. And then Taylor Roovers, 3 steals, 1 for Brooklyn, 1 for Janaea, 1 for Brooke, and 1 for Casey. So a total of 7 steals compared to 4 for T area. Everything kind of equaled out. You know, in that first half, they were shooting at a much better clip than us all the way through. They shot 44.7% from the field. We shot 47.8% from the field. We made it shooting inside much more difficult, especially in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, they really stepped up the defense, and having that extra player to sag in and help out made a huge difference for us.
Well, and I don't think that can be undersold, how important that was, because they had a player out there for T area that really just wasn't much of an offensive threat. Good ball handler, good little defensive player, but you didn't, if she was going to beat you offensively, then you just knew it wasn't your night, you know? And so they left her open. They were able to sag up Brooke a little bit and create more defense on Vasika and have that floater that was able to help on Grant, too. Grant wasn't able to get those shots up. And so, so they ended up shooting 44% from the field. We shot 47%. They shot 21% from 3. We ended up shooting 45% from 3. We ended up being 3 for 4 in the second half, 2 of 7 in the first. They went 0 for 9 from the three-point line in the second half. That's huge.
That is huge.
And then they got to the free throw line once. We did much better about not fouling there, especially in the fourth quarter. And they hit 1. They went 8 of 13 in the first quarter, or first half. So, big discrepancy there. Vermillion, unfortunately, went 7 of 8 from the free throw line in the first half, 4 of 11 in the second half. I guess we got to take the game warts and all. You'd love to have them shoot better from the free throw line, but you know what? We won, and that is the whole important thing.
And that has been kind of our weak point all year long, but when you can play well enough to not need that, that's all it takes.
It is. It's a testament to how well they played in every other aspect of the game. Well, everyone has cut down. The nets are down, and everyone's done, and everyone's just kind of enjoying the moment. And Coach Brooks is just kind of enjoying talking to people. So I don't think we're going to make him feel guilty about maybe having to come over or anything like that. I think maybe we'll get a chance to talk to him at the Welcome Home tomorrow. Again, 4 o'clock at the school. We're going to try to be there. Hopefully we can broadcast it. We'll talk to Mr. Huska and see if that's a possibility and bring that to you here on Vermillion, streaming on YouTube. Well, folks, it has been a great season. It's been great to be with you. But you know what? It's not over. We've got Boys State next week, and that's going to be just as fun. Thursday, Friday, Saturday out in Rapid City. Support the boys like you supported the girls. And, this is the first time in history both teams made it to state. Wouldn't it be great if it was the first time in history both teams won state?
That would be pretty awesome.
That would be darn awesome. Well, for Jen Ashley and Coach Lori Jarrett, I'm Michael Schumacher. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Congratulations to the Vermillion Tanagers girls basketball team. They are the Class A state champs here in the state of South Dakota, defeating T area by a score of 60-54. He's getting down there. He's getting on Kello land. See, there are bigger dogs in this fight than us. I completely understand that. So we will get Coach Brooks at some other time. You guys have a great night. So thankful that you joined us today and every day. Love to you all, and you guys have a great night.